nothing to fuck with. RLS ain't nothing to fuck with. There's no place to hide when the lotus get lit. RLS ain't nothing to fuck with. RLS ain't nothing to fuck with. Step up wrong, you get struck real quick. Body, mind, spirit, perfected with a hit. Discipline forged in the fire and the pain. Every scar on my body got a lesson in the name. Crane wings spread, I don't strike in vain. Break your stance down, now you drown in your frame. Soft strike flow, but the force still land. I don't kill it.
Energy, like you never were tired. Like you're hyper all the time.
Got my shit, everything's working. All right. Last we left off.
Days. Now I'm old and tired all the time. I'm always fucking tired.
Yeah, man, because you set up in
Tell
your
me
youth.
about it.
This dude like probably only needed 2 hours of sleep.
Tell
Oh,
me about
hey,
it.
that's a state of
Yeah,
mind.
it was like when I first joined the Navy too, bro. Like, I would be at work all day, and then I would come home
If you
from
say
work.
you're old, you're gonna manifest that. Do what Mr. What's his name, Perez would say.
Yeah. No, I gotta
you're
I
41.
gotta do
You're
something
not
because,
old.
like,
You're
when I first
middle
joined the
age.
Navy, bro, I would work all day, and then I would go back to my house and I'd play WoW until like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, get an hour of sleep, get up at 5, and go back to work. So I had to grind my PvP points.
Mm.
Had to hit Field Marshal, which I did.
Good stuff.
Okay. So last we left off.
I barely remember.
Her team was sleeping, floating in midair.
I was
when
sunbaked and dying.
Last we left off, your characters traveled quite extensively, flying as fast as the magic allowed you to fly, while invisible across the across the city. And you were taking note of several of its regions and its inhabitants. And you went straight to the rising district, where it sharply began to, well, rise towards the pinnacle of Mar Massif, where you could see several more spired buildings atop it. The one closest to the face of Karzug, being the biggest one of them all. It got to the point where the ascension to the spires appeared to be a stairway carved long ago, and obviously eroded in many places, but still standing strong. Set of stairs that clearly was made for giants to climb upon. With your character's magical flight, you simply flew ever higher, to the point where it was very clear you were currently in the death zone of how high you are in the world of Valerian itself. Suborbital, where the air here is so extremely thin. If it was not for Ren's magical life bubble spell, the characters would be struggling to breathe in this environment, with your bodies degrading quickly over time. So that's the number one danger, is the environment. And of course, the number one thing on every character's mind, whether you're intelligent or wise or both, one thing was clear. You do not want that life bubble to be lost, or you would have to contest with the environment, which was also severely cold. Again, the life bubble keeps your temperature pretty much feeling room temperature. When you got to the top, first encounter a series of these edifices that poked from that stood up, sort of like sentinels in the ground. You see the seemingly infinite stone ramp. Oh no, that's the wrong one. You see oh, there it is. I'm like, where is it? You see these structures of cut alabaster that rise on squat bases to pyramidal peak 400 feet high. So these five that you see in the map down here. Their interiors are largely hollow. They're composed of a few cavernous chambers. In days of old, the towers served as the guarded gateway into the domicile of the Runelords of Greed. Blue dragons outfitted with magical necklaces that helped them adapt to the environment once dwelt in these five towers, serving as guardians for the approach to the spires. For now, though, these ivory teeth, they stand silent and empty. To your character's left, you can make out three sets of towers, a tower compound, another large building with three towers to your right, and of course at the very top, you can make out that large round dome of the spire, the pinnacle of Marmasif itself. And you also were able to those with magic were able to detect the boundaries of the occlusion field that surrounded it all. However, before you could even go through it to further your journey inside to try and find the whereabouts of Karzug, you were confronted. At first, they appeared to be outcroppings of rock sitting idly by, three of them. And oh, I gotta follow. What's it, bot? Oh no. Rena 968. Oh yeah, that's bot. You, some of you noticed that they started moving. And I think believe about half of you realized that what you were looking at weren't like these moving boulders or outcroppings of rock in the environment. Yeah, I see your Grogu cup. I didn't see that movie yet. I know you did.
Oh, you know I wasn't wasting time. Anyway, back to the description.
About half of you were able to see. Your mind was able to filter and appropriate its senses to the fact that they weren't rock croppings at all. That was an illusion, a veil.
It was a rock lobster.
It was an illusion, a veil to hide the true form that that of the immense otherworldly, horrifying, misshapen fighters. These immense purple spiders with a leg span of nearly 40 feet
Mm.
and a hideously bloated body,
Fantastic.
and yet they still move with the insanely utmost of fluid grace somehow.
Of course. Almost mythical, you would say? Mythical grace?
Um, what was um, through your telepathic bond that Ren had established with the group earlier, the bookish members were able to identify for everyone else these beings before them. These are known as the spiders of Leng. These magical, these extraplanar magical beings of vile intelligence and who have long warred with the realm of Leng's more humanoid denizens. Yet this does not make the spiders allies of sane life. These spiders see themselves as deserving of true positions of power, and the only creatures they suffer to live apart from their kin are their magically controlled slaves. Fortunately,
Mm.
the Leng spiders have no intrinsic way to travel through the material plane here in Galarian. Yet here before you was three of them, which lends, further proof and evidence to the fact that this region uh, has a very, very thin veil between this world and the realm of Leng. And so, at some point in the past, these Leng spiders have managed to cross that boundary, and they are now here. These creatures must use portals or other methods to even visit this world. They are known to be quite the artistic trap builders, known to construct layers of dangerous and haunting beauty made of webs and other materials found nearby. Most Leng spiders possess about 7 legs, but some possess 9, 11, or only 5. They never seem to possess an even number of legs. The three before you, one has 11, another has 5, another has 7. They are obviously vastly superior in their physique, as well as their intellect, and they are indeed have a very strong presence, very intimidating. You are warned, should they attack, that their bite is quite dangerous, for it will exude a poison, a venom
Mm.
that will cause your flesh to blister and rot away, and for your mind to experience vivid and horrific hallucinations, causing you to react in unpredictable manner, as if confused. They are also quite talented at using their webs and are known to even construct weaponry with their webs, such as effectively creating a flail or bolas. And of course, they have a host of magical abilities. When clearly they have they have a magic to veil themselves in an illusion. They are known to enchant and subjugate enemies under a charm. They can they can see magic auras with ease, which would explain why they confronted your group, since you were invisible. It was that they saw your aura, or auras. They didn't see just the illusion aura that was on everyone. They saw quite a kaleidoscope of auras from all your magic gear and all your spell buffs, which intrigued them enough to still confront you, but not in a manner that's hostile. And when they speak as if, well, for those with the tongue of the sun and the moon, they're able to easily understand. So they were not aware that the Leng spiders actually have a innate power or to speak to all those around them and to be understood clearly. And so the two, Nasir and Rakim, were able to notice that the rest of the group were fully capable of understanding what these Leng spiders were saying. They had come to your group half requesting, half demanding for you to enter into Kazug's abode and to destroy a potent magical artifact known as the Leng device. They tell your group they do not have any sort of understanding of what this device does, but they do know that natives of their realm who have taken on disgustingly symmetrical humanoid forms like the rest of you, known as the denizens of Lang, have allied with Karzug and have aided him in the creation of this device. And so, will not only aid, its destruction will not only falter whatever plan Karzug has with the device, but what it seemed to also would be able to please the Leng spiders that they were able to deal a blow to the denizens of Leng, the very beings that they are at war against.
Oh, they gave
And
us a little tip instead of one in the box, huh?
mhm,
Oh, appreciate that.
yeah, so they're very aware that you were attempting to enter, and this was before you had gone through the occlusion field. They approached you. You sensed, you were able, those of you with pretty high sense motive, you're able to sense that they certainly didn't have any hostile intent, but you could also tell that they were also very, very much on their guard in
Flank
case.
kick.
The flanking. They're very much on their guard should their encounter with you prove to end up being hostile. Um, and I think we left off with the group asking a couple of questions, and then both sides were pretty much satisfied with what they were told and what was told to them, and they walked off. But when they walked off like as if they were like walking across the air. So, which made your characters aware that they can airwalk. So they
Huh,
scuttled across the
cute,
air and away from the group.
cute.
And
And walking spiders. What a nightmare.
and did I put them out here? I think I put them out here somewhere.
How come they're not helping us?
Right.
They want this
How
thing
come they're not
destroyed.
letting
They
us
should
ride on
come
their
fucking
backs?
help destroy it them damn selves.
Right.
Is that what Rakim asked them?
I mean, I'm saying that at a game, but
Oh, okay.
you know, I will ask them. Yeah, not
They
exactly like
go.
that, you know.
They go. We do not have the means to survive in the occlusion field, but it seems you all may possess that power, and you all are making it quite clear that you are here not as allies of Karzu, but as his enemies.
Is there a way to get rid of the occlusion field?
No. Had we known a way, we'd have attempted it somehow ourselves long ago. There are those within
I say hello
that
to Ren.
there are those within that are not affected by its power. Whether it's because of a spell that was placed upon them, a ritual that was done, or maybe even something that they possessed that guarded them. The Leng spiders. Well, this was the book image,
Tick.
Nope.
but I like this one better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It even says it at the bottom. Is that French? Arachne de Leng. Leng.
Big old fucking
But yeah, are they huge size? Yeah, they're huge size.
shalab and shit.
I think Ren was also able to inform the group that should have come down to combat, which it didn't, but that they possessed very strong fast healing abilities with their bodies. They were immune to cold, confusion, insanity, poison, sonic, and had spell resistance.
Strong.
But yeah, and so
Like I'm strong.
your characters brave the occlusion field, and as you brave
And
the
I took
occlusion
the
field,
remember I took that the amulet from Icarus.
oh, okay, so yeah, you learn, yeah, as you brave the occlusion field, you were able to um hold up. First, let me describe the occlusion field, and then what happened after that, and then before she was able to like pass the amulet, there was a
Well, I mean, we would do that before we would
no, because
enter
nobody
the inclusion
no, because
field.
well, no, because nobody knew until after. In the last session, you guys had entered it, but you didn't.
Oh,
You realized
oh,
that
we didn't know that the inclusion
Yeah,
field
you didn't know that
didn't allow us to teleport before.
you didn't know like the entire effects of the occlusion field, and on top of that, you didn't know that the Sahedron medallion actually protected you from it. You found that out after like everybody had gone in, and Icarus was like, "I don't feel anything," and then there was like a warm. She felt like a warm glow on her around the pendant the medallion that she was wearing,
Gotcha.
and your character was like, "Oh shit, the medallions actually protects you against it." And then that was when Waylon was like, um, Waylon's like, that's good news, but he's like, but we still got the bad news of the fact that it's an easy spying device for Kazu. And then as soon as he said that was when Icarus froze and Kazu's voice began to escape her lips.
Oh, I must have missed that part.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was like towards the end.
Oh
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
must
I
be
don't
when
remember
I
that shit
went
at
to
all.
dinner.
This was that was
Oh,
like
you
30.
were falling asleep before I even went to dinner, bro.
It was like 30. Yeah, that happened like 30 minutes after Dave left. I think Johnson was already gone. It was just Watson, Kevin. and Pachata that we hear. So they
I don't remember
okay.
that. I think that's when I went to dinner, bro. When I
Oh
said I
yeah,
was
that's
stepping away
right.
for
I think
dinner.
So
you
she got.
just I think you just came back from dinner towards the end was what happened or something.
No, shit. I came back and
So she got.
everyone was gone except for Nasir, who wasn't answering me. I think he just fucking left his
Oh
shit logged in
damn.
and left.
Yeah, I probably just
I
left
was
it
like,
logged in.
hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Nobody's here.
Yeah, he got possessed.
All right,
Oh,
so
okay. So she got
Icarus got
possessed. All
possessed,
right,
and she
cool.
started talking like Jabba the Hutt, like I don't want to be solo.
Oh, so the occlusion field, it felt like an invisible, it was an invisible force, and it felt almost like gravity as you pushed into it. And you come to learn that like teleportation effects of any kind do not function. And well, your characters already learned that in the room back at Runeforge. And you also were pretty aware that in Runeforge from reading the journals, that astral projection, ethereal traveling, shadow walking, any sort of planar travel, any sort of it did not function either. It was like there was no way getting in other than just straight walking in there physically. Um, Also the sensation on your entry, it caused an intense sense of vertigo. It felt as if gravity's direction had suddenly changed to be behind you. Worse, there seems to be like this strange, faint, you can't tell if it's a sound or a feeling. It might be both. There's like this slow pulse around you. And it starts off slow, but it slowly like picks up in speed and rhythm um over time. And as your characters, you know, look towards each other, just see if, how everyone has been affected, and then you describe, you describe to each other like what you're feeling within this field. That was when Icarus was like, I don't feel any of that. And then your characters all looked at her like, what? And then that's when she felt like the slight warmth on her medallion, and she takes it out, and she's like, oh, and your characters realize, oh, this is must be protecting her from it. And then it was suggested by Nasir and some members. Well, maybe let Nasir have it so that he can be able to use the abundant step, his his key, so that he can teleport around. But before she was able to take it off, she had stopped, and then her voice, Parzu's voice, began to come out of her mouth, and you hear this chuckling. Why, welcome, Red Lotus Society. So, you lot have arrived. Tell me, what do you think of my grand city?
Why do I think like the way he's laughing in my head sounds like Blackbeard? He's like,
Or-
this guy.
oh
So
shit.
right now he's speaking through Icarus, right? Obviously Icarus can't speak.
She's conscious and she's fully in control of herself, but like she's like very disturbed that like it's not her voice coming out from as she's speaking, and she's not even like controlling what she's speaking. Like he's doing the talking.
Because I feel like it would either be her or Waylon that speaks up first. So I'm just curious, like, if she would say something right after saying something as Karzug. Like, that'd be an
Oh, like,
interesting dialogue.
Right.
did she talk to herself?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Like, yo, Icarus, shut up. What are you blabbing about? No. Right? I mean, that makes sense. It would either
I
be
guess.
Icarus or Waylon, obviously, that would chime in first, but they're both not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think I think it's a city that you won't get to enjoy for very much longer.
Ooh. Ooh. Now you know. Now you know Rakeem and Calvin have been hanging out too much. Calvin's picking up on some monk shit. Rakeem's getting a little bloodthirsty.
So you seem to say, Raheem. The man with a lot to say.
Oh, he knows your name.
The hobgoblin man at that. Twin brother to Nathir. Far from their
What?
home in the wood in Worcester, where their poor
What?
mother threw them into the army at the tender age of the please.
3, but cute. I'm glad you know our backstory. It's fucking
Yes,
beautiful.
I know
Not serious.
almost every single thing about each and every one of you. Your rise, your abilities, your power, your magic. So do, please, confront me if you dare. Or I offer a better proposition. Why not join me? What ties do you have to the land of Varithia? What ambitions, what lowly ambitions do you have? Is what? Is it faith? Is it glory?
You have a
Is it
strange
is, is
way.
it is it security?
It's freedom.
Freedom. Coming from the ones who have tied themselves so strongly in the ways of Irori.
Hmm.
You have a strange way of seeking alliance. Forsooth. You desecrate the woman I love with every word spoken through her lips. We will free her from you. Even if we must tear your soul from this reality to do so. Human.
And you've upset my cousin. So I'm going to have to see if you bleed.
Well, speaking of Icarus, the escaped citizen of Nidal, did you enjoy that little encounter that you had with that vampire, Icarus? No, after I alerted the Needleys to your whereabouts.
I don't know, bitch.
So, I know you have a great need of vengeance against them. With your power mixed with mine, Nidal would just be a blasted hole on this planet.
Can I have Rank cast a targeted spell magic on that amulet?
Yeah, he can.
Alright, he's doing spell.
So Ren begins casting, and he's like, Kazu gets just a few
Well,
words out
actually,
before.
Calvin actually chimes in when his cousin starts saying, starts casting that, and he says, "Wait, don't we want to hear what he has to say? Maybe it'll give us more information that'll lead us to his whereabouts."
Do you think his words could be trusted? I think
I
not.
wouldn't.
I'm saying this telepathically to
Oh, that's right. It's telepathic. That's right.
because we have
Yeah,
telepathic.
yeah, yeah.
He's going to try to mislead us and trick us. We shouldn't listen to anything else he has to say.
But we already know that. We should take the information he's going to try to mislead us with and use that to our advantage.
We got this far without him.
Obviously, he'll set a trap.
We got this far without him. We don't need him.
But please do continue advancing. And he doesn't know what you guys say, but he's just still talking to Icarus right now. He says, but do please continue advancing, for it seems that only only Icarus is the one that can handle the occlusion field. The rest of you, oh, it should be any minute, any second. 3, 2, 1. And then your
I'm already,
characters,
I'm already in action.
there's a
Counter
the
stuff.
the field that you're within, it
Mhm.
flashes this blinding light. It's not coming from the medallion. This is the field itself that you guys are
Was it a spell? Because that's already in
No,
action.
it's
That
just
counter spell.
it's the field itself. Like that
Okay.
it's the barrier that you're in. It
All right.
flashes this blinding light. Um hold on. Okay, it flashes this invisible force that because remember I had explained that there was like this pulsing
Mm.
like feeling that your characters sent, and it was small and it was rhythmic, but it was small and slow at first, and then as about a minute went on, it did pick up in tempo and in that intense feeling, and then bam, there's this sudden racking, blinding pain. Um, Everyone but Icarus has to make 2 saving throws, a fortitude save and a will save. The
One of
will
each.
save is a mind affecting effect. Yeah, one of each.
Do we have do we have the buffs on?
Uh, there are no.
Any buffs to fortitude? The
I'm looking. I know a lot of the stuff has worn
still
off already.
have
Bears endurance. Ain't that on?
That
Bears
wore off.
endurance. Yeah.
A lot of the stuff wore off. Because it was
Yeah.
like a.
Oh, we're off.
I know everything else wore off, but I could have sworn I recast it
Oh,
on Bear Endurance. Just that one, if I'm not
just Bears
mistaken.
endurance. You recasted
Yeah, I
that.
think I did.
All right.
Yeah, right before landing here. Yeah, that was the only one though.
All right. So then mass Bears endurance is on, which whatever bonus to your fortitude set gives your characters. You also still have bit of luck. It's still on.
Okay, so with the with the will save, you said it's mind affecting it. So does it count as an enchantment?
It's not an enchantment.
Okay.
So I guess with the buffs, that would give Icarus another plus. That's the +8 enhancement, right? That you did.
Yeah,
Okay. So that would give Icarus another plus. Oh, she doesn't need to roll it. That would give
I thought you're gonna. I thought you're not
Caldum.
gonna
Yeah,
do it.
that's what I just said. Yeah, Caldum. That would give Caldum another +2 to his fortitude. It would give Nasir another plus.
What
6.
about my will save?
It would give
Plus,
Nasir another +4 to
plus 6.
his. +4.
Uh,
Rakim, I think
okay.
+3.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll give another +3 to Rakim. Ren, I think +4. And Waylon.
Alright.
Waylon, I think another +4 for him. Waylon +2.
Oh, don't I have the body of a goddamn rune
No,
giant too?
no, I'm sorry. No, Waylon would also get another plus.
Yeah, you do.
4. Okay.
Cloud giant.
I definitely failed
I'm
the
in the body of a
fortitude.
cloud giant. Oh
It's not a.
God.
It's not a transmutation spell. Just making sure, right? Or is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot you were in the. I forgot that was still going on. Hold on.
What going on?
The
Mhm.
fact that he's in a cloud giant body.
Right.
It's not a transmutation spell like ability, right?
No, it's necromancy.
Okay.
10 minutes per level. Okay, so then that also has, I think, 110 minutes left on it then.
I guess I'll just roll. Let me roll my will save. Um,
I don't
All
gotta
right.
reroll the
using
one,
my-
I
right?
guess Cloud Giant body. I guess the Bear's endurance is on the Cloud Giant then. Then plus 20 to your fortitude.
What?
You want me to roll? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. Do you want me to roll? Should I roll? Yes.
Well, it happens what happened to you with me. I rolled a 1 on the will save, so
36, yeah. Let me see. You never know, right?
Rolled a
Yeah.
1 on my fortitude.
Okay, marionette possession. Marionette.
yeah,
There you
plus
go.
36.
Waylon. What's gonna last 110 more minutes? Cloud Giant.
And then 17 plus.
Is this something we can use Thought Shield on?
Yeah, it is mind effect.
Yeah, he said it's mind affecting.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
go ahead and
here's-
rack that door shield up, baby.
How do you all right, here's
We don't got no
Let's get
reroll
the-
stuff in this crew, right? I don't think so.
let's get the fortitude
You
save out of the
got,
way.
you got bit of luck.
Hey yo.
Mm.
And then
Mm.
Thought Shield.
Callum's fortitude. Ooh.
Yep.
I gotta get a 1 for bit of luck.
And here is Will Save with Thought Shield.
Roll for Waylon has plus Waylon has a plus 18 for his, and I think Icarus has
It
plus.
plays us a roll.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting she doesn't roll.
Who's roll?
So
Anybody
Waylon
want to roll for Whaler? Anybody? No?
What's his roll?
plus 18.
I got it. I got.
All right. So everybody but Callum, you were able to fend off the field's racking pain that surged quickly through your body after the intense blinding light.
Mm.
Um,
No blinding.
R.I.P.
so
Calvin.
Callum take
Oh man, that's a lot of
27
dice.
27 damage.
Oh, that's not terrible.
As you guys see
Rub
this,
it over
the
like a
magic, you
douche.
guys see the magic of
Right.
the field it's like electrified through his body with pure magic. As for the will saves, okay, so let's Callum, Ren. Yeah, the monk passed both. Waylon has a plus 8 on his.
Oh, the Will Save for Waylon?
Yeah.
Alright. See.
Did it?
Hi-ya!
Did Ren fail anything?
Ugh. Not so high.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 on the will save. Natural 1. So
What?
he failed.
Ren? You failed?
Yeah,
No,
he rolled a
insight for
natural.
wisdom.
He rolled a natural
It's insight for
1 on
wisdom.
the will save.
Insight for wisdom. I'm gonna use insight for wisdom for
Problem.
the
You already took an immediate action for. Did you do Thought Shield?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's that.
So Waylon also, uh, with Caldum suffering that pain, that damage, he took 27 points of damage to his body. And then Caldum, Ren, and Waylon, the three of you, at the same time that was happening, you were also receiving flashes of an alien world rip through your mind, leaving madness and fear in their wake. Who failed both? I
Just
think
me, I think.
just Caldum. Caldum, you are blind permanently.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, it can be cured, but like,
Ugh,
you were blind.
That's great.
Cure it.
I got
Cure it.
such
Go ahead.
PTSD right now
Cure it.
thinking about that.
That's great.
Man, dude.
On top
I
of
can't.
that, the three of
I
you
can't use my.
take.
I can't use my bit of luck. What's the blindness on? The will or the fortitude?
It's if you fail both.
Fortitude, probably.
Both.
Oh.
It
Mm.
sounds like.
Well, you can't do
You-
anything.
you
You
got the
can't do
special
anything about the
prize.
fortitude. You could do something with the will.
Yeah. Let me use bit of luck here.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right.
I'll roll
Uh,
2d8.
Keep going with the 2d8. Where's my?
Please
Where's
God.
what the fuck is
Don't
the?
make me be like Rakeem. I didn't train with him that much.
Oh, there it is. Bit of luck.
I know we've been hanging out and shit, but I ain't trying to be like that. So that's gonna be 4 points, right?
Yeah. Why does this look like it was? Nobody used any. That should be maxed out, right? Yeah.
I don't think you reset it.
Yeah. I might use shit.
I was like, I don't remember anybody using it for a while. All right. Yeah, 4 point, 2d8.
Oh God. Maybe somebody else should roll for me. No. You know, I got my bad rolls out of the way. Come on, let's go. Why'd I say that? We'll go. Okay.
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 So you're not blinded, and
Gotta
you,
gotta have confidence in yourself. I like it. I like it.
but so yeah, nobody's blinded. You have to fail both, and for the ones that failed, Ren and
But I'm
Waylon, you
sterile.
both take. Ren and Waylon take 2 points of wisdom drain.
Shit.
Damn. I'm actually glad I took the damage instead of that. Shit.
After a few moments of that happening to your group, except for Icarus, and Icarus was looking around like, what the fuck is happening to everybody? Parzuk's just laughing as laughter echoing across the mountains, and he's just like, enjoy dealing with that every minute you are here.
Sorry, what?
It's literally what he said. So every minute that passes, you got to make another fortitude and will save.
Well,
I
this
think I'm
now
gonna be
seems
stepping out of this area.
fucking impossible. What the fuck?
There's gotta be
We got to
there's
find a way
gotta
to
be a
take
way
the
to
field
shut
down.
this shield. Yeah.
Let's start blowing up all these towers.
And he goes, I shall take my leave, and I shall be watching. Oh, and of course, every single one of my subjects is fully aware of your presence. And you could keep the medallion if you'd like, or not. It would make it harder for me to pinpoint a little about where you pinpoint your whereabouts. But that would be one less thing you'd have to, bypassing the occlusion field. But good luck. Not much time left before my rise back into this world is here. And
So Icarus didn't have to roll.
as he's saying that, um your characters notice a couple of these wisps. At first you thought they were like strange looking, like maybe an air elemental or a cloud of some sort, but like as you look at it, they seem more translucent and uh having like a sort of like a softer radiance to it. And there's about three of them from different directions going towards the pinnacle, the building where he's at. And they fly towards there, and you hear Kazu go, ah, somewhere 3 more souls are mine. Yes, yes, this'll do. Hurry now, or not. Again, my proposition to you all to join me is still there. Maybe you'll come to your senses soon. And then like the medallion goes like it stops like pulsing with the magical glow, and like Icarus starts like she's like, do I have my voice back? Is it I have my voice back? And she like takes the medallion off, and she's looking to the group like, what in the what the hells do we do now?
Mm.
Ren is gonna do a knowledge arcana or whatever to see what was that effect, so he could study it further. See if he can counter it somehow.
You need to see if you can counter this field, bro.
That's what he's trying to do. What kind of knowledge is that? Arcana or something else? Planes?
Um,
Aircraft?
well, your characters did do studies on the occlusion fields, and there are specific uh magic items that were crafted for obviously very special cases, special very trusted and special servants to Karzu, to any of the Rune Lords, not just Karzu, because this field's been here even before his time. Um, there were other Rune Lords of Greed before he rose. Um, but that these medallions were gifted to those twofold. You know, one, yeah, it did have the power to grant extra like life force to the individual. It also had, gave a slight resistance to protect, the body and mind from harm. But rune lords who were aware of it were able to scry upon those who wore it, and as well as able to speak through them. Fortunately, not possess them, but although the possession was, uh, yeah, they weren't possessed. It was just they could just speak through your voice. Um,
That's what happened to Icarus.
yeah, that's what happened to Icarus.
Uh, uh,
Um, the
so about the magic
medallion.
field.
Oh, you know what else I forgot to say? Actually, Caldum. Well, no, Caldum, you got what was your fortitude?
The fortitude is what I failed. It
That
was
was the
the
one, right? And for Renwood, it
yeah.
was the one. Okay. Let me
For Ren, he got a 1 on the will save.
check Waylon's will save, because there is one more thing that your characters did notice when that blast happened. Fuck is Waylon's? Oh, okay, there
Wayland,
it
Would it
is.
be able to possibly?
Okay, it was a 12. Okay. You notice that all of your domineering weapons did glow intensely and tried and aided in trying to resist the magic of the occlusion field. Your domineering weapons did give your characters another +4 bonus to those saves.
You,
Oh,
you, you didn't tell us that though when we rolled.
I forgot.
So did
okay.
I need to waste my bit
So
of luck
what's
then? Or did a
it is
22 pass?
transmutation.
Well, Ren rolled a 1 on his, so it didn't matter. You rolled a 1 on your fortitude, was it? So yours
Yeah, my
didn't
fortitude on the
matter.
will save
What it
is
But
mattered was
he probably
for
didn't have to use bit of luck though for Mike's character.
no,
yes,
you
I'm
didn't.
saying
Yeah, you didn't have to.
So
okay.
he could get a bit
Give
of
me
luck.
that back. Give me that back.
Um,
All right, that's good to that's good to know. I thought it only helped with transmutation, but
Waylon only got
okay.
a 16 total, even with the bonus. He still failed his.
Like Rand is
I
trying to
took
figure
damage
out,
though, right?
besides those magical items that obviously like makes you like bypass the effect of this exclusion field. Is there like a subtype or a creature type that will be immune to it? For example, like undead or someone that's a dragon or a
As
giant.
far as far as you know and have studied about the occlusion field, no.
Not even on death regarding like mental attacks, since usually undead don't have like a constitution score.
The undead would be immune to the probably the insanity inducing mind affecting effect, except but not the damage.
Oh, but the damage target's fortitude, and and you're undead. Unless it says it targets object, that's the only way undead could be targeted with a fortitude.
I'm pretty sure it targets undead, or they would be undead here. 'Cause there's no undead in this place.
I mean, Rand
I
has
think it
30
just
plus intelligence. He's a
it it
genius. He's
it
not
it,
a
it
job.
targets. See, I know it targets all creatures.
All right, because I mean, maybe he has a way to make the party undead. Just saying. Right?
Yeah. So the medallions. What could be done is by concentrating on the scrying device, a Runelord can sense the world through the medallion wearer's senses and speak through their voice. Um,
Oh, so he's been tracking us the whole time we've had this medallion then.
your characters weren't sure if he knew about the medallion, and because you have to know about it, you have to know the existence of it, and that it is being worn, and he learned that.
Can more of these medallions be created
Uh,
with Craft
hey,
Wonders item?
Right.
It's possible.
How long would it take?
Mm, it would take some time.
Like, let's say with all the wealth that the party has, and what was the thing when you break down all the magical items and whatever to accelerate the speed, and it's a very cheap item. Would it take like 1 day to create one of those things with the Cross Wonders item fee?
We don't have a day.
Can we just take 6 7 days off and just create one of those amulets for each of
I was
us?
gonna say, like, even if you could create one in a day, you can only do one at a time. Oh,
Right.
and no,
So
and oh well, actually, nobody here has Craft Wondrous item, do they?
Ren does,
Oh, Ren does.
but
Okay.
he will
I
have
think
to.
Icarus does too.
Ren
Icarus does too.
Ren will have to
No,
rest.
no, Icarus got rid of it. It was Quindamere that
I
had
mean,
it.
Ren doesn't have it at this
Oh.
very moment. He will need to rest and then like learn that meta magic feat in the morning. That's
But
one of his
it would still take 7 days. So not seven.
That's
I
not.
mean,
Uh,
that or
That's
every
not.
minute getting hit with this thing.
well,
That's
oh,
this thing's
oh
gonna kill
yeah,
us.
it would take 7 if you were
That's,
making one for the giant body as well.
that's not feasible at all.
Yeah, Kazu did say very soon, and in fact, when you saw those, I mean, your characters realized those were more. I mean, he said it. The 3 more souls just went towards the.
He said very soon, and he said that all his minions know exactly where we're at. You think we're gonna have 7 days to just chill and craft shit here?
I'm just throwing ideas. Unless you
True.
have any other
True.
suggestions,
Yeah,
I'm just throwing ideas.
straight to
Yeah,
the
he said.
top,
I'm
Yeah,
all ears.
fast as
yeah.
possible. Just run straight at this motherfucker.
Well, he says they know that. He says his minions know that they're present in the city. He I think we're scrying. No, okay, yeah, no, it is. It's through. Okay, no, I see it. It's through the wearer's senses. Okay, I'm thinking of the I'm thinking of the scry spell because I know the scry spell is like only 10 feet in all directions, so you only have 10 feet of an area to figure out where anybody's at.
Mm.
Which if you were in a building, he wouldn't be able to know exactly what. However, it does say through the wearer's senses, which means he can easily see through, like Icarus's eyes. And yeah, he can know.
And this is just like in a game where you enter the fucking room, and the timer appears at the top. Clock's ticking, man. This is it. In my eyes, that's what we got to do. Just fucking get to him as soon as we possibly fucking can.
Let's see.
I mean, all right. Let's say we rush.
He said,
And we got-
yeah.
Let's
He
say we
didn't.
rush. And we got,
All he said was soon. He didn't give a
yeah.
time frame. It could be
Let,
tomorrow. It
yeah.
could be 3
Right.
days.
Let's say we rush and we get
It
there
could be
ASAP.
5
It takes
days.
us 6 hours, let's say, but I'm just statistically speaking, we're gonna fail a couple of saves.
He could be
So
lying his ass off.
and then we get there and he still has his body, but now we're like fucked up, whatever. I mean, even if it takes us 7 days and he comes back, but at least we'll be at full strength and we can fight him in even ground, even if he comes back. Unless he's coming back as a god that we don't know about. I mean, he's still coming back as a very powerful wizard, but still mortal. I mean, that's the way like Ren would rationalize it.
There is one thing that that Ren does know, that like um uh obviously whoever's present in the occluding field would probably have something for that. Although you're not seeing any enemies currently at the moment that are within the occlusion fields, and obviously, it's a big area. And every minute you move through, you got to deal with the saving throws again. Um,
Crazy that they made
there's
this every minute. That's pretty fucking harsh.
Yeah,
um,
that's 2 points of wisdom drain. 4 more of those, and I know my character's dead. Just
Yeah,
4 more
it's
safety spells.
well, not dead, just comatose.
kind of
Well,
impossible.
well,
I mean,
zero wisdom is paralyzed. You might as well be dead.
What if we all? Hey, what if we all? Because since Icarus has the thing, what if we all just like hold hands with her? Like, what if we all stay connected? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You grab
Like,
onto her and you don't feel any difference.
uh,
It only goes to
all right,
um.
well, we need to back out
So
of here while we think about it, right?
yeah, your character's back out of the occlusion field
yeah, let's get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let's go fight something.
before another minute passes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Back out.
and you
We're gonna
you
have to
back
beat
out and
somebody
you
up and take it
turn.
off them.
I would say, yeah, you turn
We're gonna have to
around and
find
you
something
see the
and take it
vast
off them.
city below you and realize there could be more of these somewhere out there.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go fight some fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what? If there's people
We're
that are
gonna have to go.
transversing in and out of here, like his minions, they got to have something that they could freaking go through this thing without, without being harmed. They have to.
Yes, we have to. We have to find those people first. So where do we begin to look?
Well, when we were flying over, we saw stuff, right, Lewis? You had described that we saw
There's
like
some things that you saw, yeah.
people.
Ren could prepare some divination spells and try, and we could also use that artifact that we have, the scribbler's pen.
Oh wait. Would you
to
say you could do
clue.
what now? Can you do like a location spell? Can you take that thing that Icarus
I
is
don't
wearing
know.
and try to locate others like it?
I mean, he could do he could use a scribbler's pen. I mean, what he did before when he brought back what's her name, Shinanu,
Yeah.
Shalelu?
Shalelu,
Can
and
you do
her
like
son.
locate object? You locate
Yeah, I
object
mean
work?
that was kind
Yeah,
of
that's what I was thinking. Locate object.
that was like contact other planes and shit. He could like KO himself too.
Or can you make a wish? Make a wish to make us all one of those things.
I mean, if well, you know what, you make a good point. We're level what, 17? If we just go kick some ass, get to level 18, Ren will get the wish spell, the actual true wish spell. look at Lewis laughing.
Right.
Well,
Shit.
Let me
Let's just
yeah,
do one more
I,
level,
the
and Ren will
wish
be able
spell
to like
pops up in
cast
my
wish
spell
spell.
book.
But limited wish
I
not work
think
though.
the end goal was to be level 18 by the time we fight Karzug anyway, so I don't think we're
I
ready.
mean, would that work?
I think
If
we
we
need to
have
go
the
fight
wish
some
spell,
shit.
I mean, that's a very low level
Yeah.
magic
We
item.
probably
A
gotta
wish
go
spell
fight.
might work.
It's given like we gotta go fight some shit.
Wish spell would
Okay.
create one, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and Ren will be able to cast that shit like 3 times in the same day, I think.
Although you would need a 25,000 gold piece
Oh yeah,
diamond
never
for
mind.
every order.
Yeah, he don't got that. He don't got that. Never mind. It's just
Now
it's
we really hit that point where it's like if you go past here, there's no more saves. Like take care of whatever you gotta
Yeah.
take care of. We
yeah,
gotta go
Right.
and like that spell in Final Fantasy, that Doomsday spell, like the time is ticking, like 10, 10 turns and then you
Under.
die.
Yeah.
It
I'll
feels
say
like
it's like Valkyrie's Profile.
Hmm.
You ever played that game?
No.
Know about it.
Uh,
Know
It was
about it.
a
Hey,
classic,
look,
famous RPG game, but
I will.
it had a fucking timer on it, which I never beat the game because of that. It was crazy.
Oh damn.
It was like you had I had they gave you no direction of where to go or what exactly that you had to do. You other than like you had to go meet these warriors and collect their souls or whatever, and they join your party. But there was a timer in the game. There was no resetting it. There was no going back to it. And like it was crazy. Like you had to beat the game in like a week in like I forgot how many hours, but I think it was crazy. I was like, oh my god, it was too
Man,
much.
the
I couldn't beat it. The first place I went to was a place like completely above my level. And like I think exiting it takes time away. So like I'm like I just wasted time going to a place I couldn't even fucking do anything, and I lost time trying to exit it. I'm like this game is fucking.
I think the Amazing Spider-Man Sega Genesis edition was the same way too. You had a timer as well.
Majora's Mask
Yeah.
has it, but you could turn back the time with the fucking ocarina, I think, or some shit. But
all right, look. So there's a bunch of armies here. Like, let's just go kill
Yeah.
like all their fucking bosses.
Time to go
Just
tear this
fucking
motherfucking
Yeah.
start
city apart.
cutting heads off, bro. Look, hey, when we
fight,
took down
just
who was
fight
that
several
frost giant we
hundred.
took down?
Yep.
Who was that one giant that we took down their leader and then they all just backed off when they were attacking Sandpoint? You know, the dude whose Callum cut out his tongue, but we don't know that.
Tough acting, Tenactin.
Sandusky.
Yeah, tough acting.
Oh no,
Tenactin.
no, yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta do that
Acting
shit
to
here.
act.
We just gotta go up there and just fucking start whooping on these bosses' ass.
Lewis, question.
Giant
there
guy
a
gave an
way-
action point to Caldum. Oh shit.
Is there a way that the
Oh, I got an action
amulet
point. Let's go.
is there the way that
Thank
the
you.
amulet that Icarus has could be used as a compass to try to locate other similar amulets to it?
Unless you got a spell that can do something like that. But I mean, you're on the right track trying to use divination.
Yeah, I mean, I could try to use a divination spell and probably use it as a focus the amulet that Icarus has.
Oh, did casting that Bear's Endurance, did that use any AP or no?
Yeah,
1 point.
1 point. Yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
Back through the city.
I mean, that's one route. But if all else fails, I mean, I could, Ran in 2-3 days, he could create 2-3 amulets, so 4 amulets in 2-3 days time,
All right. Well,
and then
let's see
just
if we can
rotate them
rob
out.
somebody for him first. Let's
Yeah.
see if we get to rob him from somebody first.
Or unless y'all want to
See if there's
split,
any-
like the rest of the party, the rest of the party go out adventuring, and then Ran start just crafting.
Yeah,
for
that
whatever.
sounds smart to you right about now. Just split the party up in the last.
No, just Ran by himself.
We go- we-
Remember, hey,
Oh, just
Ren,
Ren, the guy who's constantly saving.
you guys are gonna have Caldum there for support. Y'all be good, man.
brother, have you
So
not
so
been?
we run
Were you
behind
not
him?
around the every time we split the party up with what happened? You remember when Caldum went off on his own and fucking ran into fucking the Krusty Krab and ran into fucking Mr. Krabs in the basement?
You did mention wanting to use what was it? The Revelation Quill?
The scribbler's pen. Yeah.
Scribbler.
The
I
Revelation
think
Quill.
it could be used once a week. I think, or once a day. I forget.
Yeah, it's once a day. If you concentrate on a specific future goal, event, or activity occurring within the coming week. So seeking seeking an item to bypass the occlusion field. Ta-da. Okay.
There you go. That's
The
your idea.
quill will take over
Why
and
don't we,
write
why
out
don't we run to
a.
see? Wait. Why don't we see where Karzug is then? Right, where we know exactly where Karzug is in here.
He's up.
Can the quill tell us
Yeah.
that?
Well, yeah, you characters figured it. Well, yeah, it's here.
Could the quill tell us that? Like it's right there? Okay.
Yeah, he's there somewhere in that massive ass building.
Could it
Is that like
could it
how
tell
big
us
is that
right
building?
where he's at?
I mean, yeah.
Could it tell us right where he's
I
at
mean,
in that
I
massive ass
mean,
building?
let's see. How many squares is this on the map? Each square is
Yeah, but
like
we're
what?
still gonna be
Each
Even
square
if
is
we go in the
100
building, you're
feet.
still in the
By
field,
the
Hold on,
right?
time
let
you
him
get to the
let him finish
building,
his
that's
goddamn
like.
thought.
No,
But
I
I
just
think by
want.
the time you fly to the building,
I
that's
just,
good
I just,
5 minutes that
I
go
just wanted
by,
to know
and
if we could figure out exactly where he
then
was. I just want to know if we can figure out exactly where he was. I still want to. We still got to find out where these things are. But I just want
I'm
to
not
figure
trying
out
to fight
exactly
him at level
where
17, bro.
Divination's from.
We
Hmm?
need to level up.
I know. I know you need to go. I know. I know.
actually, I think
I'm gonna-
the occlusion field also blocks divination. Let me see.
Mm, okay.
What
All right. Cool.
and
Never mind. Could have at it. Have at it then, man. Have at it then. My bad.
if we're gaseous
Yeah,
form, that exclusion field still hurts
it
us in
renders the
gaseous form.
entire area of the
Mm.
spires impenetrable to divination or scrying of any sort. Okay, so that's not gonna work.
Oh,
Oh shit!
gotcha.
Damn.
He got that plot armor.
Well, answer my question.
That's the
Hmm.
power of
You got that plot armor.
that's the
He got
power
he got
of
that super villain
hey,
plot
that's
armor,
that's
man.
that's that's the
Hmm.
Thessalonian magic you deal with.
Yeah,
So I
super
don't know what
villain
See,
to
that's
plot
tell
why I
you.
armor.
said that's why when he was laughing, he sounded like Blackbeard. He's got that plot armor right there. Dude's got the will of dinner.
No, I gotta save that for like a pirate adventure path.
We could all be buccaneers.
No, the quill. That's what I was trying to read. The quill.
Shouldn't our diviner like send us a message right now? Like, ha, you guys need me now. I knew you would need me. You guys need to do this, this, and that now.
the one with
That's
no
our
the
where's
one
Quinn
with
at?
the one with no
Yeah, man. I was
divination
expecting I was
magic.
expecting I was expecting a cutscene from Quinn, like, guys, I foresaw this.
It was
I
in the
already
card.
I have
It
the
was
coordinates of
it
the
was in the
evidence you need.
it was in the card.
Yeah.
Um,
And the cards are right.
so the revelation quill. So yeah, once a day, you concentrate on the specific future goal, event, or activity, Ren, and you will get a response, a short phrase, often in the form of a cryptic rhyme or an omen, much in the same way that the divination spell functions. Also, you can, instead of that, once per week, um, you may use the quill in the same way to do contact other plane, asking up to 10 questions from the mysterious intellect that guides the revelation quill.
Yeah, he did that before for the resurrection stuff. That's a little be a little dangerous though,
Yeah.
especially where we're at right now.
Didn't you try to contact? Did you try to contact the highest form?
Yep.
Oh
He
shit!
communicated with Death Knight. You forget? Death Knight
That's
responded
what it
to him.
was. I think I had
But it worked out though
Desna
because
responded.
it saved Calvin's
Yeah.
kid. Otherwise, Calvin's kid was not gonna come back.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
worth it.
Right.
I know you guys will
Right.
get
It
mad,
really
but
was worth it.
that would have gotten Ren out of commission for 5 weeks. I think would have been the consequences if he failed. He would have been like
Hmm.
KO for 5 weeks.
That'd have been rough.
Yeah.
Man,
But
can you
right now,
imagine?
he can't do
Oof.
that right here in the middle of Karsut. Go on, get
Right.
KO
He's
for
like,
5 weeks.
yeah,
Nah.
you're right. If he loses his fucking his mind after doing
He
that.
loses his mind for 5 weeks. This is not the right area for that. At least over there, he
Right.
was at the library.
But the he still got the effects of the divination. So but yeah, if he's doing that, then
Yeah.
your characters see Ren take out a blank page of a book and see the quill in hand, and he focuses on the task, which is discovering magic gear that will um help bypass the occlusion field. Um, often in the form of much in the same way as okay. Yeah, I don't even need to roll any percentage. I didn't think so. Okay. All right. So the phrase that the mysterious entity that guides the magic quill right that says what was it on the spot?
Just thought you should know. There's one in Temple Row.
um okay. Amongst the ancient city. Amongst the ancient city. Discover what you need. There will be enemies you'll have to battle, but there are also allies within the midst.
Could you provide a distinct Ren further writes, could you provide a distinctive feature of these enemies and allies that will make them stand out in the city?
What
Will
are you?
told us shit we already know.
Right.
Well, no, you didn't know that there was more than one of these like around here. And according to the quill, it didn't say you would find one. It said there are. It used the plural, which means there is more than one in the city.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of easy to deduce because people are going
It
in
said
and
we
out of
had
this mother.
since that we had enemies and allies. This is what
So basically, what
back
it's saying is
feeling, bro.
basically what it's saying is like you have the means to investigate through the city to find out who would be having such an item. And then as for the allies, like you
Time for
recall,
diplomacy.
you do recall a group of skulks known as the Spared that that the nymph said would be helpful to you if you encounter them. Um, as to how to find them, that's not known. Um, but yeah, it's pretty
Can
much
we
gonna take
ask the
it.
quill how to find them?
It's pretty much gonna take your character's
Just like we got an adventure at the city down
yeah.
there.
You gotta go through the
Yep.
city.
We um, we we can't ask the quill how to find the help, or is that just like this? It's unknown to the quill as well.
You gonna find it?
The quill's not like all. The quill's not all knowing type shit.
It's not given exact directions or any of that. It's supposed to be a cryptic phrase
Gotcha.
or omen or a short
Alright.
phrase. Um,
Yeah.
Well, at least it confirmed for us that there are more than one in the city. That's good. Ren goes to
there's more
What?
than one. Someone.
Ren, go,
There's plenty of beings here
Ren tells to the party. Well,
that you could force to tell you or
I
magically
guess
tell you or however
I
you
guess
want to handle it.
yeah, we should
So
probably.
some
Doesn't seem,
investigation, pretty much.
yeah, it doesn't seem like we have much of a choice. We should go to part of the city where there's the most amount of people around, and amongst us, Icarus has the know-how and this, and the savviness to speak to these individuals here. Perhaps you might be able to gather the information that we need, and we'll be there with her. What say you, Lady Icarus?
I don't. I I don't mind, but I think we'll just stick out as sore thumbs.
We don't have much of a choice.
In your
You
current
know,
form, you won't.
Oh yeah.
true. True.
Well, I could provide a disguise of sort.
I say, yeah, Nasir is a
Before
cloud
before
giant at the moment.
hold on.
Right. I keep
Before
forgetting. I keep forgetting actually.
hold on.
Yep.
Before we speak on this any further, and I point at Icarus, I go, put that away. And I'm pointing at the medallion.
She goes, I know exactly where we can keep it. And she turns to Waylon and she's like, throw this in the hole.
Yeah. Yeah. She has a haversack, I think, right? She would on a
What?
haversack.
Does she have a haversack? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we
She
have.
if she
I have
has one,
one.
she could
I
throw it
have
in
one
there.
too.
I know Ren has one.
Yeah, I think we all have. I'm holding one. I'm holding
No,
like a level
no,
5 one.
she doesn't
Something
have one.
ridiculous.
She doesn't have one. She just give it to Waylon and throw in the portable hole.
Uh, still having to still hold on to it. Okay, so he has a haversack.
Well, yeah, she wants to keep it. She's like, well, that's one less. I mean, yeah, he can
Right.
see where we're at, but if we're coming
No,
to
I mean
him, if we're coming to him
that's
anyway, like,
yeah, that's hers. It's just so he
yeah.
can like pinpoint to us if it's
Well, yeah,
like in
yeah.
like
That's
the
why she's
maintenance
high.
phase.
She's throwing it in the portable hole so he can't.
Yeah, we
So
need
if
him
he
when we come
does,
back here.
if he does, he can't, well, it has to
Yeah.
be warned. Have to be warned, so he can't
Oh,
do
okay.
anything. Yeah, so
Oh, so you can put it on her pocket
she
then or
could just like
whatever.
put it in the pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, it would be cool if we could put it on like, I don't know, some kind of disgusting like animal and just have it like run around. So every time he looks at it, it's
Put it
something
on
weird.
a Wayland clone.
Put it on a Yeti.
Put it
Yeah, right.
just put it on a Wayland clone, bro. Put it on a Wayland clone.
I fucking
They
went
can
again.
walk around, can't they?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not. It's
yeah.
fine. Just put it away.
No. He has to be possessing the clone.
Interdimensional space somewhere.
Oh, his simulacrum.
Yeah,
He can
sounds
make a. I think he can make a
sounds good.
simulacrum. So yeah.
You can make a simulacrum and just let that shit just wander the earth.
It's gonna get killed, and we're gonna lose it.
Make a simulacrum of Icarus.
Besides giants, Lewis, are there any like medium humanoids that we have noticed that are like in abundance up here? Besides like stone giants and
I mean,
cloud
there's
giants?
giant dragons, some wyverns here or there, mostly dragons.
Oh,
Blue dragons. There's there was that tribe of Yetis
Can
that you saw. Um, there was those Lamiakin at the entrance that had the herd of aurochs. The
right?
Kutrima Lemiakin, these fucking things.
are they large?
Yeah,
Those ugly
Oh,
things.
damn.
those are ugly.
Wait, no, that I don't think they're large. Hold on,
Are they large or medium?
I think they're medium size. They are medium. They're medium monstrous humanoids. Yeah.
Look at this: Temple Row Entertainment District, Giltenberg.
Oh,
I bet there's like a boss in each district.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
Mm-hmm.
work our way through the district bosses.
Right. That'd actually be kind of dope. That'd be kind of crazy.
those creatures,
Um.
do they have speech? Do they talk?
So can we go get this? Not see this round. So can we go get this? I don't think we have much time to be waiting around.
Do those the Lamirkins, do they speak? Do they have like a
Um. Yeah. They can speak. They can speak Common, Giant, Thessalonian.
Mm.
I could turn the whole except Nasir since he's already a giant. I think I could turn the rest of the party into that since it's medium size. It'll be easier for him.
Mm. Mm.
Let me look at the
Do you lose all?
Wait,
Do you keep all your abilities and stuff like
you're
that?
turning Nasir's Cloud Giant form medium size?
what? No, Nasir is fine.
No,
He's
no,
a
no.
giant. He doesn't stick out. There's a lot
Oh,
of giants. He's fine.
Oh.
But the rest of us are like elves. You got elves and humans here and celestials.
Oh well, yeah. Unless you go invisible again. Yeah.
Oh, we could do that again. We could do that also, invisible, and just have But the person with diplomacy, isn't that Icarus? Does anybody ever
Icarus
have?
here?
I mean, that's
Hell no.
Yeah. Yeah. It is
You gonna
Icarus.
to gather information. That would be Icarus. Icarus needs to be able to
Yeah.
communicate. I guess the rest of us could go invisible, and we could have Icarus with Nasir as the bodyguard. Doing the gather info.
then you guys just waiting off behind us somewhere? Might as
Yeah,
well put on non-detection too,
we'll
because
be
it
at the.
seems like everything here had aura sight too. Do you have non-detection?
Yeah, he has non-detection.
Yeah. Could you put it on everybody?
Well, I mean, that would like
Uh,
drain
Probably
almost all
not.
his spells for the day.
Huh?
It's like that's a
Oh,
little
Yeah,
crazy.
nah.
actually, does Waylon have
Is it?
another marionette possession? Because by the time you get back to that spot,
You know what? You know what? I don't even think it's gonna work because gather info takes like 1 to 4 hours, and these spells
What
don't
is
last
it?
that long.
well, no, that's if you're like
Let me.
in a settlement and you're like talking to people, you're, like, getting to know them, getting them drinks,
Yeah.
getting them, making contacts, and then they tell you, oh, talk to so and so, and then you go somewhere else and you talk to so and so, and yeah, that's like like gather information is like a settlement sort of thing. Like you don't.
Oh, but in this case, we're just looking for like
Yeah, I
items
wouldn't
to
count this
procure.
as a settlement to like be using gather information for
We're
your.
looking for like an item to procure, whether it's the
Yeah,
black market or a
so
shop or
yeah, you could just straight up go to these creatures and just be like whatever, however you want, get information out of them. Because somebody's got to know something. So you're starting with those the Lemire the Kukrimas, whatever the fuck they're called.
yeah, alter self. I mean some personal spells, so he'll have to use an arcane point to get.
Who's the closest ones?
All right,
Who's the
don't forget,
closest ones to us?
flying back over there is going to be another 50
Who are the close?
minutes.
That's what I'm asking. Who are the close? That's why I'm asking who the ones.
So the closest ones, um,
Are there?
other than the areas that
Yeah.
you saw where there was a bigger concentration, there's actually you want to go. Your characters do want to go straight to where there's a concentration. Because
Yeah.
everything else is just randomly wandering about. So you would have to randomly wander about and just randomly bump into whoever's around. But as for actual concentrations that you can go straight to, it was um definitely a giant encampment. Um, the the dome with the tribe of Yetis. The what else? Uh, the the fortress at the entranceway where the Lemire are at. But the closest ones, uh, let's see. Oh, was it Utenberg? I think the closest one's going to be in Utenberg. Um,
Okay.
because I remember there being this section of the city is squeezed between Temple Road and Arsenal. Here, the buildings are oversized.
Are
Um,
there any
okay,
hobgoblins
so
here?
right now, Utenberg is the home of several tribes of
Oh,
giants, including Cloud, Frost, and even a few Taiga and Storm giants.
No hobgoblins by any chance now, are there?
No.
nah,
Because then we could have
we ain't that
hobgoblins
lucky.
and then.
Um,
All right.
because I know. Well, also I think this upper area, you characters are you did notice several giants going in that direction, and as you were flying over, you noticed there was uh but there was specific areas where there were giants that were like doing like manual labor, like clearing rubble out and trying to clean the place up pretty much. So it looks like you know uh Kazug, obviously for when he's for his return, he's got all his minions like with their jobs and shit, like especially cleaning up the city and trying to bring it back to its glory days. So he's got his rune giants putting these enslaved giants to work.
Well, we've been dealing with giants. Might as well just go help them first. See if we can go find the Sahedron ruin there. Especially since it's close.
To make Nasir's a cloud giant right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so damn, this spell is so high level too, but whatever. But I think it'll be more persuasive
Oh.
than.
I mean, you don't really have to. We might be able to do something. Let's don't burn nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I
Just
could
yet.
turn
I
it
don't
into
want
a
you to.
giant too. Like she could look like a
Don't.
stone giant or a frost giant.
We might be able to find
It's a
some
level 7.
allies.
Yeah.
You never know. We might be able to find some allies.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do
Might be
the
able
other
to
one
find some
then. I
allies.
mean, Ren doesn't want to turn Icarus into an ugly looking creature though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Kinda,
I would. Don't do it. Don't let. See if we can
he's
get him to
kind of,
talk with us.
but then he's like thinking he knows like logically it's a stupid idea to waste a level 7 spell on this, on this sort of stuff. But at the same time, he's like, "Chill, hot as hell though in giant form, like an unstone." Fuck it, he's gonna do it. I gotta play true to his character. He will do that shit. He's gonna turn into a frost giant. He's gonna look like that frost character from X-Men, but a giant version. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Fuck it. That's
Turns
level
her
7
into a
spell.
giant, and nobody notices because she looks exactly the same.
That was
Right.
She gonna be a frost giant with these big ass fiery translucent wings coming out her back. They were like, what the fuck?
that to fool the enemy, they'll think that's her weakness. Ice. I mean, excuse me, fire, but not really.
She's just casting fire spells. They're like, what the fuck?
That's true.
But nah, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do that, and she can try to mingle in with the first group of
Yeah,
giants that you see.
it'll last like 21 minutes, I think. So there you go. A cloud giant and a frost giant is not it's a match that makes sense. I mean, that's what we fought before. A frost giant leading a bunch of cloud giants.
Right.
Hold on. Would it be a good idea making that she got good bluff? Because I could make her look like that frost giant leader we defeated. Since that's the actual body of the cloud giant that's part of his crew.
Her bluff is plus 16.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Ren's gonna buff her charisma score too.
Although it wouldn't be relying on her bluff, it'd be her disguise, which is plus 9. But then she gets another plus 10 to it, right? Like, because if she would get another plus 10.
That, yeah. I mean, diplomacy.
And she would only have to worry about the check if like anybody was actually suspicious of her, like unless they have a reason to be unless they have a reason to be unless they have a reason to be suspicious that she's not really the giant that she's impersonating, they don't get the perception check.
I think that's a good idea. It'll raise less suspicions because it's someone that actually exists here. It's someone that we actually defeated. So, and can Asir read the thought of that cloud giant that's in his body? Can they communicate?
Yeah, I can communicate with him.
Actually, yeah, you can communicate with.
Because remember that cloud giant, he's our buddy now. Remember Nasir? So anything that he would know, you could just telepathically tell Icarus. So
Oh, true.
Yeah,
True.
I think it makes sense. That's like the perfect James Bond type shit right here. Frost Giant and one of his lieutenants that's with him.
The cloud giant. You guys, did you dispel the effect off of them?
Yeah.
Right, with the charm that was on him, it got taken off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had a whole
Yeah, we
conversation
took it
with
off.
him.
Yeah, we took it out. Yeah, he's
That's
not. He don't
right.
got that room thing on him no more. He's one of our. And then I don't. Was it Rakim?
Well,
That gave
no,
him,
he's
like, a
still
speech?
that he's still fucking got the mark. What he doesn't have, he's not enchanted by the rune giants.
Oh, that's what it is. All
Yeah,
right.
that's
I
what it
think
was. Yeah.
one of the monks convinced him to like join our cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nasir.
Damn, shoot, I put his name down. I forgot what it was.
Like that's payback, revenge, you know. And they're kind of impressed how the monks like were able to like defeat him so flawlessly.
His name is Fo Fum.
Oh, yeah.
P5 Fo Fum.
I mean, the way I see it, if this
I'll be
is
right back.
guys is successful, it's actually worth the spell because that means we don't have to get into any clashes and fight. To leave some guys, but you guys can take it from here.
Sounds good to me. You're gonna pilot Icarus.
Yeah, that's true. Like this is perfect because my character is not going to be there. It's going to be Icarus and Nasir, so it's going to be you two. And we have the telepathic bond, so obviously, if some shit pops up when Nasir and Icarus, just we're thought away. And Ren could dimension door the entire party wherever Nasir tells us to. We'll just keep out of sight. The rest of us. That's crazy though. I'll save every minute. It's like we got to the boss too quick. About to be 12:30 anyways. I think I'm gonna call it quits for now. I have to be up like in 2 hours and a half.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get at least 2 hours shut eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
My
pretty much.
dinner's
Yeah,
not gonna be done for another hour. I'm good. Let me
Yeah,
know.
so I mean it's pretty straightforward. Whatever you guys need Ren to assist with, just have him do it. Since we're like basically off panel now, RP.
Right.
All right, and I think Watson should be here soon too. So
Yeah, it
I
should be here soon.
let Lou know that I had to
Yeah.
step out. I'll watch
Yeah.
the
No,
rest
yeah,
of
you
the
tell me.
stream. Yeah, I'll watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. But Lou, well, it's gonna be basically Nasir and Nicholas from now anyway. So
Right.
whatever Nasir needs, something like that happens,
So,
telepathic bond, and that's that.
um, now that you, now that we mention it, hold on. Let me read this real quick just to make sure.
I'll remove one of Ren's
Okay,
another
so
arcane.
Nasir hears Fum telepathically communicating with him after the ordeal with Parzug and them wondering what to do next. And he's like, you hear Fum go, ah, it boils my anger to know that the stories of our ancestors may cycle anew once again. I, for one, don't want to see this ancient threat enslave our people again.
Mm. It's terrible indeed. No one should have to live like this.
Part of this short alliance, I can tell you what I know. From my tribe, a rune giant by the name of Mogrosta came and subjugated our leader.
Mm.
And little by little, used its power to force us all under his command. However, after taking us to the city and bringing us to the encampment that we saw overhead as we flew, I wasn't long in the city before I was forced to go with the others down the Golden Road, where we were forced to stay in that cavern and keep watch. You bring this body to the encampment, and
Mm.
that should make it much easier for you to gather the information that you need to seek the magic that you need to get to Karsu.
Indeed. Well, I appreciate your help and the use of your body. Nasir relays that to everybody else. He says, in a telepathic bond, he lets them know that about the pits and stuff. And that if we go down there, we'll have a better shot at getting some help.
Now that is going
Oh,
to
damn, I don't know.
it is going to be quite a flight back.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
Well,
far is it?
yeah. It's gonna be tough looking around the city because it's a big city, and your buffs only last. Many of your buffs only last so long. It's probably gonna come to a situation where you're gonna be gathering the info to where you can go to get more of you know, these items. Probably medallions. Um, to to be able to enter the occlusion field without dealing with the effects. Um, but once you get the information that you need, there's plenty of spots and places to dive into. Plenty of buildings, plenty of even a cavern on the side of the mountain, a small place, any place because Ren pretty much tells the group, you know we can go anywhere, and I can he can cast his magnificent mansion spell, and they can go in there and rest. You know, uh, when they need to recuperate, their magic and their key and such. Because for now we gotta use we'll use all we'll pretty much we could be using our resources to gather the information we need. So yeah, so he's like, well, if we've got to fly across the whole city back down there to the encampment, he's like, it's a start.
That's
Although
the beginning. There's got to be something close.
Waylon goes, there's only about 110 minutes left, and it's going to die. He's like, I recall it took us 50 minutes to get here. Which means you and Icarus are going to have about uh an hour, at least an hour to find, to get as much information as you can amongst the giants. before the magic of the of the marionette possession wears off, and then Nasir goes back to his body. As for the body, yeah, I'm assuming
Well, I mean, he's
your
our
cloud,
friend, right? So
yeah. Well, I'm assuming your cloud giant body is gonna be, I guess, carrying Nasir in like a bag.
yeah, he'll be carrying us here
Yeah,
like a baby Bjorn on his back.
right. I like he could carry it in a way where like nobody can see the contents, so that way they don't see like him carrying a hobgoblin. They just they just think he's carrying one of his bag, bag.
Right,
Could be a bag of rocks or whatever. But
right. Throwing rocks, throwing boulders.
all right.
Don't accidentally
So
throw yourself.
you're right. So Ren's pretty much like, all right, let's hurry our flight across.
Also, we're gonna. Oh man, I don't know.
At which I need,
If we
oh
go all
man,
the way back
what is
there, man.
invisibility sphere? Because he's probably gonna have to reapply it three
Like,
times like he did before.
see, that's crazy. We're not gonna do all that. We're not gonna do all that.
Or he
That's
said,
crazy.
if you wish to
There's got to be something
be,
closer.
he said, so Fofum goes, well, we could speak amongst the giants in amongst the north of the city, the laborers.
Are they closer? Because if so, that would be optimal for us.
Yeah, your characters can
We don't have long
see.
with these magics.
Your characters can actually see some just uh around here, clearing rubble. You notice that like the way they're clearing rubble is like to like open up the uh the ancient streets and that used to be beneath the rubble. So also see like these huge you see if these massive sized cart that are being wheeled that are like that they're piling some of the rubble onto, and then they're wheeling them down the road. Um, so you can start there. That would be the closest to a
All right.
that'd be the closest to a group of giants that you could speak with.
Okay. We'll try that. I'm gonna have my Earth Cracker out. By the way,
Right?
I'm gonna be holding on to the Earth Cracker.
District okay.
Symbol of great power. Thing is damn near a godlike weapon now.
Buried, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting tired. Uh, I'm telling you, I've been it's getting harder and harder to stay awake late, man. Shit is fucking whooping my ass lately.
ONML. Hold up. What's on O? The House of Divine Consumption.
Fucking eyes start watering. It's a wrap.
Okay. Um, so the characters fly over towards that area. You do notice something you don't want to probably get near at all.
Mm.
You notice this building right here. Now we'll circle it. You can see
Okay.
you you can see going into the building as you were flying overhead. And the building, that's it. The mighty structure that you see looks to be walled off from the road by a row of corrugated towers ending in fluted prominences and onion-shaped domes. You notice that there are multiple balconies that are open off of these towers and overlook the ruined compound below. Beyond its gates of beaten bronze, the huge temple constructed upon a raised platform that dominates the compound itself. There are Thessalonian runes and the seven-pointed Sahedron that are prominent motifs engraved in the stone of the temple walls. Double pagodas, both of which are hollow and open onto the temple nave below. They top the temple itself. One holds a massive statue of Karzug rising from the floor of the temple, his head brushing the top of the pagoda. The other is empty, and the floor beneath is set with a gold engraving of the ever-present clawed hand grasping a gem, the Rune of Greed.
Mm.
The place looks to be like some sort of focal point for what the official church of the city was. You notice entering the compounds two Lamia led by a Lamia matriarch.
Oh yeah.
And
Target numero uno.
at first, your characters immediately thought, "Is that Lucretia?" But upon closer inspection, as you fly down enough to get a good look, it's not. Um, Although you wouldn't be surprised if you do at some point bump into her here.
Oh, I pray.
Um, and you hear Fulham go, "Ah, those are those Lamia's great magic that they have. Magic that also helps them enslave not just giants but other monsters and creatures."
Mm.
Um, they call it, from what I hear, they call it the House of Divine Consumption. And that there, um, he goes, that and that very large building. He talks about this building over here. He says that building. Uh, mhm, okay. Says that building is would have been great place. He said it was. He said it's a great place for the giants to go and train in battle. but within is a massive arena. And he said a great devil is in charge of it.
Oh, joy.
As you're flying about looking for a group, you do notice a group of stone giant. With yeah, it's a group of about 3 stone giants and 2 hill giants that are like working on some rubble. And Icarus is like, Icarus goes, well, that's a start. We could talk with them.
Lead the way.
You fly down, and Ren goes, all right. As soon as you step, actually, you know what I realized? He would have to
Uh,
I wonder if he has it prepared. He would have to cast invisibility separate on your cloud giant body. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think. Hold on. Yeah, invisibility sphere. No, okay. I think you fit in it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's
I feel like I
radius.
fit in it before.
Yeah, it's radius. Okay, it's radius. You
Right.
barely fit in it, but you fit in it. Temper radius. So, he's like, all right, once take a few strides away from me, you'll be visible again. But he'll
Right, but I'm, I,
him and Icarus
okay.
Icarus
I'm,
is going. Now he said he
yeah,
disguised Icarus.
I'm going with Icarus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said he
that's what it
disguised
sounded
her.
like. Yeah, he put her as a stone giant, I believe,
Okay,
or
he did. He
whatever it
said
was, the giant that
that's right. He
the
said
cloud
alter.
giant that
He said he did alter self. Yeah, that's right. He did. Yeah, I remember hearing alter self before I left to go to the bathroom. And he did. When you cast a spell, you can assume the form of any small. Oh, it's any small or medium creature. That doesn't help.
yeah, I thought he cast her. Did he make her? I thought he made her a giant,
Be a medium fucking.
and he could pick what he did. I thought he made her like a giant, a frost giant. See,
Yeah.
no,
I remember him hearing him say he did that. I don't know what spell he casted to do that though.
um, see,
It was
we might
probably
need
one
just
of his
call it a night.
transmutation spells.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
It's definitely one of them, but his shit is complicated as fuck.
Right.
That's the problem. His shit is like fucking
Yeah, but
trigonometry.
don't even ask
It's
me
really
to look at his character sheet. It's like in another language.
right. It's not.
Unless
That's not happening.
he no, he didn't cast that. Unless he casted just a straight polymorph. He might have just done polymorph. Because alter self is not gonna
He
fucking
doesn't
do
have
anything.
like he doesn't have like some shit. It just makes giants. I don't know.
Yeah, he has the giant form spell, but yeah, he doesn't want to blow a 7th level slot on that.
I I thought
An
he said
animal,
fuck
human,
it.
or elemental, nor can the creature being targeted
Wasn't
with
that what he
spell.
was saying? Am I bugging?
If you use the spell, take the form of an animal magic beast. Okay, take the form of a human functions as alter. Fuck, you can't even do it with polymorph. Okay. Hmm. I don't remember what I don't know if he said it while I was gone.
Reconvene next week.
He'll tell me. All right, so he does something. He's gonna have to take the slot off, whatever the fuck he's doing. Well, whether it's 6, 7, 5th. Anyway, so he takes the slot off. Whatever magic spell he cashed in to make her look like a fucking stone giant. um, and the two of you step away from the invisibility sphere. The rest of you are like in a like an old building, massive, you're like you're nearby, like across the street, like inside of a old building, in a spot where like you can easily like stay invisible and hidden and not attract any attention. Um,
me and Caldum are disguised. We're like one of us is on the other one's shoulders in a giant trench coat, looking inconspicuous at the cafe across the street.
You, my dude robe wrapped around looks like he's wearing like a big kilt, brown kilt.
all right, so I guess Nasir is the cloud giant, and Icarus as a stone giant. They come over to the three stone giants and the two hill giants that are doing some work. You can see them taking rubble and putting them on a cart. And they look over to you two. And the stone giant speaks in giant.
We just-
He's like,
I think we just lost Matt.
Yeah, but Watson just came on.
Now we got Watson.
What up?
Lose one, Matt, gain another. That's literally what just happened.
He'll be back. Hopefully.
He made it sound like he was going down. Nope, so he just logged out of Old 20. So, I think that's a wrap for him.
Oh boy.
get the two characters in it. He's a fucking rook. Out of here. Look. I mean, I could. This won't be difficult. So the so I'll just say the conversation goes pretty well because the giants, you can hear the giants talk. You can hear them clearly from where your characters are at, and the giants go their discussion. And, they're like, oh, you hear the help with the work, and Icarus in her stone giant form goes, uh,
Help with the work.
you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Matt's like,
you missed out.
we
We gotta
went
go
from
fight some
talking to
shit.
lens spiders to working with guys. What the fuck is going
Yeah, we gotta
on?
go fight some shit, bro.
Yeah.
When we were up there, we were taking some. We were getting bodied just from being inside
All
that
right,
field.
so like a quick recap was after talking to the lens spiders, right, and learning about a device that needs to be destroyed, or that they want you to destroy. You don't know if you need to destroy it, but your characters know whatever Kazu's got planned, fucking up his device would be icing on the cake. But
Yeah,
um,
Wayland surmised that he's probably using it to pull more forces from Leng itself. And maybe
yeah,
that's
yeah, I
what
was gonna
he's.
say, yeah, in Waylon and Ren's mind, anything dealing with Leng can't be good for anything. So destroying it, was definitely mutual. Um,
Mhm.
but it's definitely it was definitely a very helpful new piece of information your characters didn't know about. So, um, after that, your characters entered the occlusion field, and you already knew of some of its effects, and you realized that Icarus wasn't being affected by it. It was because of the medallion that she was wearing, the same medallion that if Kazu was aware of it, could easily see through her senses with no problem.
She got
Um,
possessed by Karzu, saw talkers and shit.
and yeah, yeah, Nasir was like, well, if that bypasses the barrier, let me put it on so I can use, so he can use his abundant depth. since it's been blocked. And just as she was about to take it off, Pazu starts speaking through her mouth, not possessing her, just possessing her mouth and voice. Like he was able to speak through her. But he still had control of herself.
Mm.
And yeah, he pretty much, long story short, was popping a lot of shit. You know, gave a preposition of your characters joining him.
Hmm.
Made it very clear that he knew everything about all your characters from like the day they were born. Um,
Wow.
yeah, that thus proving like his vast intellect and his ways of gathering the information that he needs. And he knows your abilities. He knows how he would even need to counter them if he must. Um, he's saying, you know, you're on a fool's errand, trying to take him out. You know, the entire city knows you're here. Um, well, the entire city of those that work for him, because not everything in the city is like under his control. Like he doesn't control like the Yetis, and there's creatures beneath and within these buildings that have been here way before Kozug ever showed up. Um, those those aren't necessarily in league with him either. It's basically a split between those that have been those that willingly or unwillingly serve Karzug, and those that have just that are just random creatures or ancient beings or monsters or things that have been here for the past 10,000 throughout the 10,000 years or whatever that
Mm.
want random shit pretty much. Um, but uh, so yeah, and then as he was talking, you know, he was like, "Oh, any moment now," and he was like, you know, he did a little countdown to be all cute and shit. He was like, "Three, two, one," and then the occlusion field that has surrounded the barrier that your characters were within,
Hmm.
which permeates the entire peak of Marmasif and the buildings that are atop it. Um, it like uh imploded with like this flash of and burst of magic and blinding light, and everybody had to make a fortitude save and a will save. And so those that failed the fortitude saves took damage, 8d6 points of damage. Callum was the one that had failed that. He had taken 27 points of damage.
Ouch.
And the ones that failed the will save
Yeah.
would take wisdom drain. Um, Wait,
Mm.
Waylon and Ren both failed that, so they took 2 points of wisdom drain.
Damn, even with Waylon's boosted wisdom?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, you also learned that the domineering weapons that you created,
Hmm.
they glowed fiercely as if trying to help resist the power of the field. So the
Mm.
those weapons actually gave your characters another +4 bonus to the saving throws. Um,
Damn, I must have rolled shit.
uh, it was yeah,
Yeah.
it was a 16 total.
Damn.
Uh, Seldom actually had failed both, which damages you, does the wisdom drain, and permanently blinds you.
Oh my god.
But he used bit of luck to pass
No,
the
no, no.
will save.
I didn't have to use bit of luck. Remember, because you forgot the
Oh
+4
yeah,
bonus
yeah,
for my
yeah. The
weapon.
possible. That's right.
That's what
Yeah,
it was.
he didn't have to use bit
Yeah.
of
You
luck.
can't use bit of luck for saves anyway.
I was almost
Oh
blinded.
yeah, that's right. You couldn't
Oh
use it for
shit.
saves anyway.
Mhm.
You.
Domineering
Good thing we had
his
that bonus.
domineering
A good
sickle
thing you
was what
weren't here to
saved
correct
him.
them, Matt.
Mm.
His domin his domineering sickle was what saved him.
Okay.
So then
Ooh.
Man.
he goes, "Oh, enjoy dealing with that. That's gonna happen every minute on the dot." And the place is huge. And then that's just the mountain. You know, it would take a few minutes. It would take some minutes just to even get to the building that the guy is at, and then you would have to wander through the building dealing with whatever the fuck is in there. Basically, you know, the group was like, this feels practically impossible. Um,
Hmm.
you know, you'd have to be using a ton of resources and restoratives, having to deal with that every minute. Every character has to make. So he goes, "Oh, the
Does
only
the
one."
field go underground is the question.
Yeah, it does. The barrier covers the entire top, within, without,
Even underground? So if you were to dig underneath the ground and
even on the
go and
ground.
submerge? Okay.
Yep. Um.
So that means it goes through solid objects.
Yeah. It covers everything.
Okay.
Um. So, your only saving grace was the medallion that Icarus had, and he goes,
Hmm.
so you guys left so then Kazu, he, he goes, hey, my proposal will always be there. We don't, he was basically tempting the characters to like join him,
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when that didn't work, he's like, well, the proposal's still there, good luck, pretty much. And he stopped talking to her. Icarus, like, she took the medallion off and just stuffed it in her pocket. She's like, I'm not wearing that. Because you learn that he's only able to do that if it's being worn. But
Mm-hmm.
at first the group is like, oh, let's destroy it, and they're like, no, 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 that's the only one we have, and there might be more we could collect. I mean, this is a
Well,
big. Well, they
doesn't
real.
Quindamere have one as well?
Kornemir has one, but Karzug made it sound like his return was going to be soon. He didn't say when. He just said
Okay,
soon.
no time.
Your characters even saw the essence of a few more souls, like in the air, like go towards the pinnacle dome and like enter it. So and then Kazu was like, a few more souls for my rune well.
Hmm.
So your character's like, shit. It was, Ren was like, maybe I can start crafting them. They're like, okay, yeah, but are you gonna be able to craft 7 of them, assuming we're taking the Cloud Giant body with us? Because Nasir was still in the Cloud Giant body. You can only craft 1 a day. So they're like, that's not gonna work. Um, and then
Hmm.
uh, and then what happened? So Ren was like, I'm gonna use the Revelation Quill. We're gonna use that. I'm gonna use the divination. We're gonna see what we need to get. If there's a way to find more. So he used the quill, and the quill did write out that there were, there are enemies within the city that do possess, pretty much do possess uh, an item on them that lets them, bypass the field. Obviously, the divination's not going to tell you exactly where they're at. But it also mentioned that there are, besides enemies they may deal with, there are also allies that they can find amongst the city. Um, you already have been made aware of this group of skulk known as the Baird, that the nymph told you if you ever meet them that you can count on them to like you can count on them being friendly, as long as they're aware that you don't mean them harm, um, and that they themselves, that they're not an evil group of skulks. Um,
They're the good kind.
yeah, they're the good ones, and but their thing is that they do their best to stay as well hidden as possible, especially considering half of them have been transformed into vampires by a being called the Hidden Beast. Um, so that's when the characters were like, all right, so there are more of these out there. We just need to find who's wearing them, take, beat their ass, take it off of them, and pretty much collect as many as we can, and then and then go get to Kazug. Um, so
Hmm.
there were suggestions of like where to go, you know, of
So
all the
for this whole city, we're gonna have to do some crazy ass like gather informations.
yeah, there were suggestions of like, well, they were like, where was there large concentrations of creatures? I was like, well, there was right at the entrance with the Lemiakin. There's the giant encampment. There's Utenberg. And then they were like, well, what's the closest place? Because nobody wanted to fly on the other side of the city, which took 50 minutes. So it would be another 50 minutes. Um, with all the buffs that would be gone. A lot of the buffs are gone already, so the rest of them will be gone by the time they did that. Um, so then the group was like, well, Nasir's already in a cloud giant body, so we have him and Icarus transformed to a giant to we'll find a group of giants and speak with them. So that's pretty much what they're doing right now.
Hmm.
Um, they found the group of giants that were working in the upper district and the rising district, clearing some rubble off the streets and putting them on a wagon because it looks like a lot of the giants are being put to labor to basically rebuild the city. Because when Pazu comes back, he's gonna want to clean all this shit up and rebuild. Um, so you see the three stone giants and two hill giants, clearing some rubble, putting them on a huge ass cart, and they approach them, and your characters are at like another building across the street,
Mhm.
hiding behind some rubble. You're invisible because Ren has, he reapplied the invisibility sphere, and and he's just waiting it out. He's just hoping no enemy that can detect you guys invisible or smells you or whatever is nearby. And so far, there's nothing nearby that you sense is a danger or that might spot you or sense you. Um, So you're just listening, and you listen to the conversation, and I can say that the way the conversation goes between the seer and then they ask you like, "Oh, you here to help with the labor?" And they're like, "No, in fact, we." So Icarus comes forward, and she's speaking as if she was a stone giant, and she does she know giant? Now that I hold on, let me look at the languages. How to turn into a giant? She can't even speak it.
It'll have to be Nasir doing all the speaking.
Oh my God, no, he doesn't even.
Oh shit, it's got to be Nasir.
He doesn't even speak it. All right, so she goes, "All right, I'm gonna telepathically tell you everything that you need to fix."
So we doing
That's not gonna work either.
so an aid other on his diplomacy.
That's not gonna work either. Nasir can't lie.
Wait, what do you
How's he
mean?
lying? How's he lying?
Well, oh,
He took the oath of truth. He can't.
yeah.
Everything has to be carefully as worded as fuck if he's gonna.
Like if they go, "What's your name?" I mean, okay, yeah, he could say Nasir. Basically, if they ever like ask him anything where he can't lie about, he's gonna tell the truth, or he could stay silent. Doesn't have to answer. Um,
I just want to make you. It could be like he could be whatever, but don't don't make him lie
don't
because then
make
he's
him
gonna
have
lose
to
the whole
lie,
fucking
right?
people and some
Yeah.
shit.
I would say if he's stuck in a situation where he would have to lie, he just won't say anything. This pretty much tells Icarus if this goes bad, we're just gonna knock him the fuck out. I mean, he's like it's just three stone giants and two hill giants. We're good. We're good. Everybody else is over there.
Time to
We'll take
start
him
beating everyone's ass in the city.
out. He's like, I'm in this
Let's
body.
go.
He's like, I'll
Wonder
take him out.
I wonder if there's something in the potion bag that could help her with that language issue.
I find it funny that she's taken these languages she never really even needed to know. Well, Celestial makes sense. Necro, yeah, that makes sense because I guess where she was. I don't know. Bersian makes sense.
I mean,
Dwarven,
typically we
Goblin.
learn
She just
languages based
never.
on
She
the
just
people
never
we're
added
encountering.
more languages beyond this.
Mm.
I'm just surprised she didn't put one in linguistics as a background skill just to take giant.
No,
Anyway,
I
so
don't see anything in potion bag.
well, Nasir reminds her like, all right, well, don't make me lie. She's like, well, no, we won't have to. Like, hopefully, she's like, just don't say anything if you have to lie. Um, so he helps Nasir communicate with the giant, and Nasir starts to catch on through the conversation that the giants are clearly charmed.
Mm.
Um, they're the way they speak, they don't seem to say anything bad about the rune giant. That about their rune giant that had put them to work. Because again, there's multiple rune giants, and of course these these rune giants, all have an innate ability to subjugate other giants magically with their enchantments, and acts very much like a charm. I mean, it is a charm. So those that are charmed, they automatically like friendly to the one that they've been charmed by. So during when the sea was able to he relayed to everyone telepathically like these giants are charmed. The way they speak and the way they don't really say anything bad about the rune giant that's put them to work here. So in the conversation, he they managed to learn some more information, pretty much about the city, about certain buildings, about certain districts. Um, because these giants, they've been here working for quite some time, and they've learned over time what places not to go to, what places are that are just too dangerous at the moment to deal with, and a little bit of like who's who. And so what I can say is your characters do gain some information on some pretty good locations to check out where you could meet with most likely someone that either would definitely know where or would even possess, you know, the item necessary to go through the occlusion field. Because the giants do let on that there are the giants that do exit that there are these giants that do come down from the peak of Marmacy to like oversee. Um, he says there's these mighty cloud giant and storm giant warriors, and there's even a few. And they are known as the Wardens of Thunder and the Wardens of Wind. And the giants have mentioned that they are that the Wardens there's even more powerful ones, specifically like chosen because of their bloodline and because of the power that they wield. And even with their great power, they were subjugated by the rune giants. Um, Mightier rune giants than even the ones that you see in the city. It's like pretty much the mightiest giants are going to be at that peak inside of the pinnacle of the building pinnacle where Kazug is at. Um, and he goes, there are the grand wardens that also inhabit within. Um, they know that these giants, they come down occasionally, uh, and then they return back up to the spires, and they come in and out of there. The rest of them, they know they've been told not to go there, or if they do, they've been told. And for some that have, they couldn't. It was they couldn't. It was death zone. They couldn't breathe. Plus, it was extremely cold up there on top of that. But yet, the Wardens of Winds and Thunder were very capable of coming in and out of there unscathed. Um, but that part didn't really help your characters out much. It's like, well, those giants are like either you would have to wait for one of them to come down from there, or you would have to go in there, find one quick enough before the occlusion field ate away at your minds and bodies, and then come back out. They were like, oh, that's too much risk. That would use up too much of the resources. Um, but you do have some information. Um, that gives you a few places to check out to look for what you need. Um, so far, oh, they also do say that there is one blue dragon by the name of Glorofate that is seen constantly like flying in and out of that area as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Time to add to the Dead Dragon collection.
I mean, there's a few other blue dragons, but this one they say has been here for a very, very long time, centuries they say, and is the largest of the blue dragons that they've seen. Hmm. Um, people know where he lairs. I don't think his lair's that big of a secret. But let me find out where that's at. 'Cause that might be okay. They say they see the dragon usually flying around. I mean, when they do see the dragon fly away from the peak of Marmacy, it flies towards this area over here.
I was
So
about to say that dragon, we could turn him into an
so
ally.
it's assumed that he's got a lair in one of those, maybe in one of those buildings around there.
'Cause dragons love treasure, and we are rich. Like Mr. Dragon, you're out here flying around the mundane way. Have you ever had an airship, my boy?
Come for a ride. He'd be like, hey, why is the head of my cousin on here?
Oh shit!
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
You learn that this building over here, which is not too far from where the no, I'm sorry, not that building. These massive buildings that overlook Utenberg, uh, is known as Shalaria. It's situated on a low rise overlooking the northern edge of Utenberg. It's a ponderous fortress that serves as the pride and joy of Shalast's military. Um, they say it is. They say that's where most of the rune giants dwell, and within that fortress is massive chambers, which are also said to be carved into the rock below the fortress as well. That the majority of the cloud and storm giants that dwell here in Xin-Shalast are actually there in that fortress. That's usually the wardens of wind and the wardens of thunder would come down at times and go to that fortress to like help train the cloud and storm giants that are there.
You know, if I were these giants, I think I would actually start to get a little bit upset at being magically subjugated
They have
for
been.
I think a few, at least a handful of them would be like, you know what? I kind of don't like being a mind slave, like I like to have my own free thoughts. So I think it'd be a good idea if we could start to get a few of those people who want to actually like live a life outside of being, someone's mind puppet to join up with us, and then we cause a little bit of a ruckus right here, right? And then we got the wardens of wind and all that bullshit fly down to see what the ruckus is about. Then we whip their ass, and then we take their Sahedron rune from them.
Start Debo in chains.
Hmm. The dragon I would like to negotiate with, but the giants just seem like a perfect setup. Like, they're tired of the riffraff, and we're here to deal with the riffraff. And it's happening right here in Shalast's military. So us dealing with that would definitely soften us having to deal with them down the line if we didn't deal with them being used against us.
True.
Got those ideas. Um,
And Icarus's diplomacy, I do have a way to kind of help her deal with her non-giant speaking self. Um, I have a universal potion. I have a universal potion on me, not universal potion. Universal formula, and they'll mimic any third level extract or below that I have. So I could have it mimic let's see. I think he hasn't opened up his character sheet. I know he has comprehend languages. But what level is tongues for alchemist? Alchemist. So if it can mimic tongues, then that'll be perfect. Third level. I know it definitely would be third level. Tongues is not exactly a cheap spell. It's usually fourth level. Yes, it's third level. Okay, perfect. So I can have universal formula mimic a tongues extract as she drinks it, and she'll be able to speak the language for 2 hours. We're level 17 now, right? So
where's
it'll be 170 minutes.
Oh, you said universal formula.
Yeah, it mimics any third level extract or below.
Do you have
So I
that
got
extract prepared?
do I have to have it prepared, or does it just mimic one?
It's an extract, right?
Universal formula. Yeah, I have that prepared.
Do you? I don't see it on your.
Yeah. Fourth level.
Oh, there it is. It's just one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just one. Yeah. So
So
I could give that to her, have it mimic tongues, and she could drink it. And tongues last 10 minutes per level, so that'd be 170 minutes.
all right. So she has a tongues effect on.
But wait. Before we throw that on her character sheet, that's if we're gonna go with her actually using her diplomacy. If she's not gonna be talking to use her diplomacy, then
Well, that's
Made
what
so
she's
sense
doing.
the
Well,
time.
no, that's what she's doing now with with this group of giants. But if you're gonna go to another place,
Oh, okay, okay. It's, yeah, all right. Yeah, let's give that to her then. She's doing that now. So then, yeah, so she could roll her diplomacy and make sure that that charisma is nice and boosted, so she could get the most out of it. Try and get some allies out here.
all right. So yeah, Waylon does that so that she's capable of talking to the giants herself. um. So after talking to the giants, she turns to, she telepathically talks to the seer and everybody else and says, well, we've got some information, but some of these places are just still far too dangerous for us to just go in and looking around and then needing to um needing to find a way to like get it off whatever whatever the object is, get it off of the individual. um he goes, other places are she goes, other places may have what we're looking for, but we're not entirely sure. We just have these clues, but she goes, uh the best place where we can get a lot more information. And she's like, and now that I'm, thanks to Waylon's extract, I can talk more easier. We would have to go to the giant encampment. That would be the best spot.
Well, we might as well get a move on then, especially while our magic is up. Let's make the most of it.
And so your characters get back with the group. Um, I guess Ren goes, well, if the two of you just started flying, would that arouse too much suspicion? He's gonna have to recast invisibility sphere again. I need to let him know that he had to cast it twice so that he can get them back in the invisibility sphere. And I don't know what I don't know what he casted. I believe it's gonna last long enough to get back down to the giant encampment because that's gonna be, yeah, 50 minutes. Um, but I can say this: your characters get towards the edges where the giant encampment would be at, and you easily find the building that's not occupied, empty inside, just ancient old remnant of what used to be there, and it's just Nasir and disguised Nasir and Icarus and their giant forms going to the encampment and mingling in. I mean, there's hundreds of giants here. As she's talking amongst the giants, trying to learn what she can uh, from this encampment, which is a section of the ruined city that's been cleared of rubble, leaving a roughly circular courtyard about a quarter mile in diameter, with many oversized tents and crude shelters having been erected in the clearing, and basically it looks like a giant-sized refugee camp. So the two of them are learning that Pazug was quite pleased to find that giants still dwelt in Xin-Shalast 5 years ago when he made his appearance, or his presence known. So he hasn't fully returned yet, but when he made his presence known, it was 5 years ago. Uh, but it was just a fraction of what he needed to rebuild the city, and so he had revived the ancient rune giants, had them subjugate the cloud, frost, and storm giants that dwelt not only here in the ruins, but also expanding outward into the surrounding mountains and enslaving the tribes out there. When they found the tribe, they dominated its leaders and moved on. And so new arrivals to Xin-Shalast would congregate here in this large swath cleared of rubble. And so dwelling in these yurt, tent, and surrounding ruins are hundreds of giants awaiting assignment by the giants of Shalaria, that massive fortress that you see overlooking the Jutenberg district. So they wait for their assignments from those motherfuckers. It's the powerful fucking cloud and storm giants that are in there. And so the giants living here in the encampment, they spend long hours toiling at rebuilding the northern section of Xin-Shalast, returning here only to grab a few hours of sleep and food. And so, of course, yeah, you do smell the cooking, the various stews, and in this encampment. Some of them try to, some of them are, getting their food. There appears to be over several hundred hill giants, forest giants, stone giants encamped here. Many of them come from lower elevations, and many of them are still trying their best. Many of them are still acclimating to the thin air up here. So a lot of them, you can tell they got that elevation fatigue. So they got that -2 strength deck, so can't run. But once they're acclimated, they're put to work to the north. Um,
Damn.
uh, so during her, the information gathering, her and Nasir are confronted by a stone giant who goes over to them and looks both of them up and down. And he goes, looks like the two of you are new here. I don't recognize either of you.
You should definitely be able to recognize the one that's in that Nasir's possessing.
See, what had happened was
He doesn't even he's saying he doesn't recognize that cloud giant.
Damn.
What happened?
So
Flying kick.
His ass immediately.
Flying
recognize
kick.
you.
Just because he wasn't recognized. Jiggers up, ass whooping everybody.
That's it. We're found out.
You about to catch these hands, bro?
Flying kick. He hold on.
Nah, it's got to be a way she could talk her way out of this, man. There's no way.
She doesn't have it, does she? I'm thinking of Luna. No, he doesn't. Okay, that's fine.
Wait a minute. Is she disguised as a female giant?
Yeah, female stone giant.
Oh, but she better put those sexual wiles to work, man. Like,
Oh,
Them
because
big
yo,
old giant
he's
bitties.
a stone giant.
I'm saying, what's going on here? Put the moves on,
Yeah, yeah.
like a little bit of
You should-
seduction.
She should pretend she's like, like that show, like Undercover Boss or whatever. And she's like auditing the workers or something.
Or she could hit him with that, Daddy, you don't recognize this ass. Come on now. Turn around. Give him a little 360.
Good little spin there, Icarus.
Know what I mean? Like, I bet you if I go to your wife, she'll recognize me. You know what I mean? Just put a little bit of spice on it. He's like, oh, come on now. Okay, you don't gotta go that far. And then he'll leave her alone.
Okay. Ah, all right. Have having this here roll a perception check.
This is, hold on. I got it here. Come on, perception plus 25.
Nice. Let's go.
And have him roll a sense motive. Well, yeah, no, he's talking to them, and he's like, well, Icarus goes, well, I don't think she'd recognize to give herself a stone giant name unless somebody, unless somebody told her she should. Because otherwise, she's just gonna be like, I'm Icarus.
She says, I'm Fee-Fi.
Fee-Fi? Okay. So Rakim goes, well, Fee-Fi. Okay. So
What?
he goes,
He named the cloud giant Faux Fum, so I said
Oh
Fee-Fi.
my God.
so she goes, that's a good idea. That's a good name, Rakim Fee-Fi. Yes. Got a feminine ring to it as well. He goes, so she goes, my name is Fee-Fi, and this is Faux Fum. And Nasir in his cloud giant form doesn't reply, doesn't say anything, doesn't even nod because he can't just be like, yeah, this is my name. He can't lie. So, or chooses not to lie, really. And
Nasir's like, what is a name, really?
right.
They're just labels, constructs created by.
um, have this is hilarious. I need Icarus's disguise check, which she has plus 19 because she's, and then I also need the peers,
Nasir's disguise check?
which is gonna
No,
be
-1?
plus 9 because he has a 10 because of his form is giving him an extra 10.
Oh, God. All right, here's Nasir's disguise check.
That's
Okay,
decent.
I'll take it.
20 and
Somebody want to roll Icarus?
yeah, Icarus has plus 19.
Plus 19, I got it. My number lock. There we go. What are we looking at? Decent.
All right, so he goes, yeah, I'm P5. This is Faux Fum, and she goes, we're new here, and we're just trying to get know everyone and understand our place here. And so she's talking with this guy who he goes, huh? Who nods, and he's like looking between the two of them. It's like, I see. My name is Yukok. Um, nice to meet you, Fifi. And Fofam. He goes, so, walk with me. Let us talk some more. And so,
Hey, girl. How you doing?
and so Icarus nods and
What
she walks along the
what was
side.
like the result of the I don't know if you mentioned it, the sense motive.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, the sense motive was he's trying to clap cheeks.
The sensitive move and the perception. So I can say during their conversation, as they both walk with him, and the way the path he's walking is like closer and closer to like the edge of the encampment. Um, Nasir easily catches on that they're being led to a place that's more private. He also he also senses that there's a lot more to his name is Gyukak. What's his name? A lot more to this Gyukak stone giant, if that's even what he actually is. Um, he has this hunch that there's more going on with this particular stone giant than with any of the other giants. Although he's also cashed out on the fact that Gyukak he's he knows there's something up about the both of them. Like he doesn't seem to be fooled. Now he doesn't sense anything hostile about what's going on, but it's a situation where Nasir is aware that Gyukak is not exactly uh not is there's something definitely about him that's very different from every other giant here, and that Gyukak is aware that those two, him and Icarus, are unlike every other giant here. And so he's conversing with Nasir doesn't say anything unless he absolutely has to, which Icarus made sure that he never really had to answer. In fact, she would answer for him. Um, and of course, obviously Nasir would inform everyone else about what he's surmised and what he senses. And so the group, pretty much is like, keep us informed of how everything goes. And when those two are outside of the encampment enough to Yukak, he looks around, make sure no one's around. He's like making sure that no one, he looks behind you as if making sure you weren't like your group wasn't followed. And then he looks between Fi and Kofam and he goes, there is nothing giantish about either of you. In fact, you raise so
Ooh.
many suspicions since I've noticed the way you walked amongst the encampment, speaking with everyone. Your demeanor, your walk, your gait, the way you speak, the way you don't speak, how close it seems to be the two of you are, a stone giant, a cloud giant. The fact that I don't recognize you, and the fact that I've been here long enough to acclimate to the mountains, and yet you somehow have, even though I've never seen you before. I mean, he's basically saying like he's been here a while, and he's like, you guys are walking around like you're acclimated to to this place, but like he's never seen you in the past like month. So, and he goes, um, Uh, so Icarus goes, well, we have our suspicions about you. UCAC not. He's like, you would be correct. Now, I'm going to bet that the two of you, the ones that the wardens have warned everyone about, the ones that are here to take down Karzu. And you notice his body like shapeshifts. And
Uh-oh.
it's no longer the appearance of a stone giant, but that of an ogre mage.
Mm,
A type of ogre your characters have never met before.
Do we have a friendly?
Uh, this this being this ogre mage before you is clad in beautiful armor with exotically garbed giant with tusks glistening and its eyes are fire, and he's got like these two like oni horns, like this oni styled horns from his head.
hmm.
Um, so after he does that, he goes, "Well, I've shown you my true form, and I know you don't want to give away yours, but can you admit that I was correct and that the two of you are not giant?" And Nasir senses that like he easily senses with his sense motive that from his judgment and perspective that this UCAC fellow could very well be more of an ally than any sort of enemy, because if he was an enemy, he wouldn't have made the actions that he took. He
I feel like
also
Nasir would say something like, how would I? Because obviously, by what he's saying, and that's the guy knows, right? Nasir would probably say some shit like, "If we're gonna have a problem, I can hit you harder than a giant can."
He would say something like that.
he would say something like that. So Bucac raises his hands. I mean, he shapeshifts back to his stone giant, into a stone giant. And he raises his hands. He goes, "Please, there's no need for violence, and there's no need for concern. The fact that you haven't outright yet attacked me proves that I am right. That not only are you not giants, but that you may very well may be the ones that are here to help take down Karzu."
Listen
He
here,
goes,
friend. I'm
so
a
he goes,
gnome druid.
so he goes, "Listen, not all of the Desmonds here are cowed by their new masters. I am one of them. I have been secretly talking amongst several of the giants here in this encampment, in fact, trying to organize a rebellion and have as many of us as we can escape this accursed city."
Now you're talking.
Uh, So he goes, with your help, I can help many of these giants escape from here. That would cause, quite some chaos and weaken Kazu's forces. All you need to do is create a big enough distraction to the north so that while the lead giants are dealing with whatever chaos you cause, I can lead the giants that are loyal to me out of here without attracting the attention of the rune giants. And he ponders a bit and he goes, if you are as, I'm assuming you and your group quite powerful, or Parzu wouldn't be so adamant about giving us your descriptions and your names and identities and what everyone needs to be on the lookout for. Which tells me Kazu's quite concerned and not overly arrogant enough to think that he shouldn't pay you any mind. So my suggestion would be attacking, and if you're as good as he thinks, as I assume you are, attack the dragon Glorophage at their lair. I don't know if you've been to Marmarsif, and he like looks over towards the peak and he goes, there is a magical barrier there. That magical barrier can cause great harm to those who are not protected from its magic. Uh, However, I do know of a number of leaders that you could assassinate that possess items that allow them to enter the field unharmed. I'll gladly share this information if you can create the distraction that I need.
Hmm. Seems like a fair enough trade. But how do we know you're not just gonna run off with the info while we're dealing with this dragon over here?
Mm.
Or are you willing to trust and give it up front?
Yes, yes, this trust does need to go both ways. Well then, I guess for starters, I can give you the location of one that possesses the item that you need to enter the field. If, have you seen that massive building in the entertainment district where they say it was once an amphitheater, a coliseum of sorts? They call it the Heptaric Locus. There's a great and mighty devil by the name of Gamagin that ruled that building. He possesses the item that you need to enter into the occlusion field. defeat him, you'll have one of the items that you need. I don't know how many of you there are, but at least you'll have one. And uh, should you should you succeed in creating a distraction, I can we can maybe meet up where I can give you the rest of the information. Assuming I, successfully lead many of these giants out, which I should, because should you be able to take down Glorofakes, yeah, that would cause a big enough of a concern for many of the giants from Shalaria to make their way there and to completely forget about some of us here.
Yeah.
What say you? Oh, great. Heroes.
It's like you have a deal. Wouldn't be the first dragon we've taken out.
What, the dragon or the demon? Or the devil?
Either, I guess.
I don't. Have you guys fought a devil? You fought
I don't think
Uh,
so.
I don't
Just
think you fought a
demon.
devil.
demon,
You fought
not
demons.
devil.
No.
No,
We fought a demon.
same shit.
The Glabrezu.
Hey, fuck that
Then we
guy.
fought that Glabrezu twice,
Oh,
didn't
don't
we?
say that to it. Don't say that to the devil's demons.
We
Motherfuckers
fought
be
the
like,
we fought a
They all look
Glabrezu
the
with
same.
like a
they're like,
named Glabrezu who had
them
like
motherfuckers
levels,
hate
and
each
then we
other.
fought like his weakened normal like cousin, and yeah, we fought,
No,
which is
you
actually
you
right.
fought demons. I think the only devil you've encountered was the pit fiend that was already dying. That
Oh
was
wait,
like,
Oh yeah.
wasn't the isn't the Sandpoint devil a devil or no? Or is he a demon?
no, 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 no,
Nah,
no,
he was
no.
just calling himself that, or rather, they
That
were
was
calling
Yeah,
him that.
it wasn't part of the devil race. It was just a title that it
gotcha,
had.
gotcha.
Yeah.
It was just a demon, right?
It wasn't even a demon. It was just some evil. It was just some evil entity.
Oh.
Nobody knows its origin. There's many stories to its origin, but nobody knows its origin.
Ah,
Oh
nobody needs
shit!
to worry about it anymore. So anyway.
Cowdom's revenge.
Yeah, nobody
Uh,
has.
And I guess we have a direction to go in.
But yeah, your
hey, hi.
character's so pretty much he tells you one of the things you already learned. You learned from the other group of giants. So like so this area here would be where
That's the
where where
lair.
where they've
This
seen like the
is
dragon
the
go
temple,
constantly, and yeah, this is the arena place where the devil Damajin, the ice devil.
which is kind of like now we have the same information from two different sources, so it's almost like you can kind of hopefully believe what this guy is saying. Sense
How
motive
to,
didn't pick nothing up, right?
Your
Seems all right.
sense motive picks up that he's being Nasir with his sense motive is picking up that so far he's not the guy sounds very genuine. He's not picking up any sense that he may be that they may be getting played or you know he's um he's judging from all sorts of angles and all sorts of perspective. His basically Nasir's great insight and his own reading on this individual. He's not picking up anything that's alerting him to like any sort of ruse or double crossing or nothing's giving him that feeling that's happening. Um, Considering all the clues and all the information that that the Red Lotus have, it makes perfect sense that there would be a giant, or that there would be giant, as Waylon had said earlier, that do not have no desire to be here, but can't truly escape because of this situation, and one of them's choosing to rebel, or like he said, he's forming a rebellion. Um,
We were all like in a. Are we all in mental chat? I forget.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, have Nasir roll it. Did he ever have him roll a sense motive?
That was the 36, but you wanted another one?
Oh, that was the 36.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, so Nasir, everything about what the guy said seems genuine. The only thing that Nasir feels that Gyukek is mm, not being entirely honest about is the whole
Meetup thing.
no, is the whole, oh, I want to lead as many giants as I can out of here to safety and back to their homes. Uh, Something about that felt off about him.
He probably just wants to leave himself. He's just gonna try to escape. He's like, "Ooh, diversion! I'm out."
Well, I would say he senses I mean, consider how high his sense motive is. I would say he senses that Gyukak actually has other plans for the giants that he's leading out.
Mm.
He feels that Gyukak is may not exactly be leading them out to go home.
Maybe staging a rebellion.
It feels like this guy has some selfish ulterior motives, but but he does trust that everything else this guy is saying is correct. That if they go, then they make this distraction. That this guy will he will leave with these bunch of these giants, and then that he's telling the truth about the the ice devil that would have what they're looking for. But the only thing that threw him off is like this guy seeming noble about his intentions of I'm leading these giants out of here like Braveheart to safety and back to our home, back to their homeland. And no, he senses an ulterior motive. Not exactly sure what. He just knows this ogre maid is
Full of that
is
cacañada.
yeah. It's not entirely what's the word? Yeah, noble in his endeavor.
Yeah,
Definitely some
there's a,
selfish motivation.
there's a limit to his altruism for
Right.
sure.
What did he? I neither of them have knowledge nature yet. Yeah, the him and Icarus I've never seen an ogre like this before. I can say that they've heard of ogre mages, but they don't know. Neither of them know much of anything about them. Although telepathically describing it to the rest of the group,
Hmm.
you can report it back. So yeah, I'd say Waylon and Ren can make those nature checks.
Nice.
I can make one too.
Oh wait, not nature, local.
Local.
Yeah,
Well, I've got local too.
yeah. I would say you got local also. Yeah, local, local, local.
Ah, boo! That was supposed to be a 11.
Mhm.
That would have been a 23. That's some bullshit.
42.
Ooh, that's betterer.
So, damn. Okay, Waylon. So, considering how much you've had to deal with giant, you definitely know a lot about a lot of them. And in particular, the ogre mage, or more commonly known as an oni, where they are. Uh, Actually, no. Ogre mages are oni. They are oni, as well as giants. They are also shape changers.
Mhm.
As usually some oni are. Oni are evil spirits that are on the material plane and clad in the living flesh. And clad in living flesh. And in the case of an ogre mage, these evil spirits are clad in the living flesh of a brutish ogre. Ogre mages are often found serving as leaders of ogre tribes, yet not all of them seek to link their destinies to their less intelligent kin. Some become lone marauders whose stories say hold villages hostage, demanding regular tribute in the form of gold, food, or maidens, lest they take more than they ask. Um, the Oni themselves are a race of evil spirit native to the material plane that manifests physical bodies based upon the shapes and desires of humanoid mortals. An impure spirit form in Oni is nothing but a disembodied evil longing for the sins of the flesh. In this form, Oni are harmless and invisible. The majority of these bodiless Oni were once Kami, who failed their wards, or more often, who deliberately abandoned them. Uh, Obviously, this is getting into some uh, um, what's it called? A culture that is very, very distinctly different than Varisian culture and even cultures around them. This is stuff that he's learned from
TN.
from the cultures of the Tianjia of on the other side of the world.
Mhm.
Um, as punishment, these kami were stripped of their ability to form a physical body and cast into the void. Rarely, a mortal creature's soul can become a disembodied oni upon death, or even rarer cases, after a truly evil individual has undergone a particularly vile ritual that ends in suicide. These oni are more often destined for positions of great power and strength than most. But eventually, an oni spirit manifests a physical body on the material plane. The methods by which this may occur vary, but the process generally takes place in areas already despoiled by sin, tragedy, or cruelty. The type of Oni a spirit transforms into is influenced by a wide variety of variables, ranging from the nature of what the Oni spirit was before to the location where it is reborn into the realm of flesh and blood. And once an Oni manifests its physical body, that body becomes its true form for the rest of its life. All Oni are shape changers, but this original form is the form in which they are born and the form they revert to upon death. And so, because of that, an Oni true form is always similar to that of a specific type of humanoid, um, save that it always seems deformed and monstrous to look upon. Tusks, additional eyes, or strangely colored skin are common physical attributes. With the ogre mage, they have like these horns, and they do have some tufts out their mouth, as well as their skin is like the skin is like a sky blue in color.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, considering all of that, it makes sense for Nasir to sense and feel that Yukek's motivations with getting these giants out of here are very selfish.
Very.
He's not leading them to freedom, or he is leading them to freedom, but he probably the way this after Nasir's been informed of what ogre maidens are, he realizes, okay, uh this guy's definitely is gonna lead these giants out of here, but he's probably gonna do what a Oni would do, which is probably take some of these giants, um, proclaim him their proclaim himself as their great savior, and form a tribe of his own to live in decadence somewhere in the mountains, away from all of this.
Yep. It's gonna be taking advantage of them some more.
But in the series, like, well,
Out of the frying pan
that's
into the fire.
the series, like, well, pretty sure he's like, well, that wouldn't be my problem anymore. It'd be one less problem for us as we go deal with Khazdu. Khazdu's the bigger problem.
Yes.
But they have a bump into Yukak again, and if you ever feel like liberating any of his new subjects, they can easily do so. Might be a fun side project in the future.
Our old pal Gookok.
Hey, Yukak, how are you and your? Oh, I thought those giants were freed. Why are they working for you like that? See, they're not home yet, are they? You said they would be home.
Now we have a problem.
And we're
You're a
good at them,
problem.
right?
You lied, Glukak.
You know what they call us, QCAC? They call us the Great Giant Liberators. Because actually, your characters have.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And in fact,
Cue the,
that
let's
that
cue the
word
One
is
Piece
that
music.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that word is the word about that actually, thanks to Terractinus and many other giants, they do see they see the Red Lotus. They call them in the tongue of the giants. You know, they call them the Great Giant Liberators.
Nice.
Dope.
A couple of things Red Lotus does. It's liberate giants and stack dough.
It doesn't look like you have any money. So we're here to liberate.
So basically, the next question is, I mean, next the only the thing currently the party can decide is which they want to do first. Go after Glorifake, the Blue Dragon, or go after the Ice Devil. They could do it in any order.
I'm down to cut whoever.
Discuss it with the others. I would say because he's talking about the dragon setting off a diversion.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe we should do that second.
Yep. I kind of wanted to take down the ice demon first, honestly.
Ice Devil.
Let's do it.
That's my vote. This is Ice Demon.
Devil.
Devil,
Demon.
sorry.
Yes. Let's kill the demon.
Oh, I'm gonna call him a demon just to piss him off.
It would
I'm
get
a
pissed off.
devil.
You damn mock.
Try to throw him off his game.
The demons are of the abyss. I am of the hell, where I will bring you. But all right. So next, our next game is Thursday.
Take it easy, guys.
All right.
All
Y'all have a
right.
good night.
Later, homies.
Later.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.